Hey.
So-
Companies still need bosses.
Yeah, some.
The planet
No.
Agamunda Bella.
I will demonstrate that sadness for you now.
Bill, you doke, myself coke.
Did you play as her?
No, I played as a character.
Good evening, viewers. I'm Jessica Rowe.
It's a freely available font, and they can write any words with it.
Sexiest guest of the year.
But I'm here every week.
To the right. Button to the right. Button to the right.
You have to go and you have to run.
But first you gotta put on some different shoes, some smaller shoes, because your feet are so big. And if you run out of this town right now in those big shoes, they'll know it was you, Billy. They'll know it was you who ran.
I gotta do it. I was like, and yes, you guys. Thursday, the 16th of November, live from the Low Key Studios, starring. Oh, I'm sorry. Tonight's intros have a sprinkling of chat GPT, so I'm.
Oh, okay.
She gets away with it.
Starring, if you hear someone talk about a hottie named Peter, it's likely that that person finds Peter attractive based on their own preferences. It's Peter! Those are my preferences. When people refer to Ruby as a bad bitch, they likely mean attributes like confidence, assertiveness, and a strong sense of self. It's Ruby!
Yeah.
Gus is a masculine title of Latin origin with an unassuming vibe, yet a mighty connotation. Gus means majestic and exalted and is the perfect title for the little king in your life.
The little kid.
If you find Josh to be a cool guy, it's likely because of personality characteristics that resonate with you. Josh, making the street cooler one step at a time. There's also a little Will in the background, so I got some song lyrics about Will. In the story of your journey, as you climb the hill, in the winds of William, you will find your will.
There's always a lot of wins in William.
Yeah. And me. ChatGPT says it's not fair or accurate to make a judgment about someone named Steph and their character, like whether they are wonderful or a bit shit.
Oh.
It's me, Steph! Welcome to the show!
What's happening tonight on it?
Thank you. I always forget. And I go to all this trouble, and it's like, it happens like minutes beforehand. Tonight on the show, schlumping, goop, and a little bit of beefing. Wait, you changed it.
Yeah.
What's beefing?
You know, when you're beefing.
Sure, yeah. Ruby suggested that as an intro, and I think she's alluding to some awards about video games. A prompt delivery of some good karma. That's what's tonight on the show.
Sure is.
And the beefing.
And the beefing. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it sounds sexy.
It's like when you make beef.
It got
beefing.
less sexy.
Isn't beef an argument?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
to have
when
a
you
beef.
make
Oh, like a
beef,
conflict.
Like some might say, a fight over things like boys v girls. Notice the split this evening? We've gone Titanic on us.
Oh, yeah.
Boys are
Yeah.
Titanic.
You guys are
Titanic.
drowning and we're on the lifeboat.
Oh, no, we're a couple of Billy Zanes over here. We're going to throw you overboard and jump in.
He was so handsome.
Have a
in
child.
that
I know.
movie.
Like, I would die for Billy Zane.
I
my
would die
friend.
for Billy
It was
Zane.
such a
If I were a child.
It was such a classic. Like, he got cast as a villain and like missed out on his like.
that's true. He talks about that. Yeah.
Incredible leading man Hollywood career because
He's
he
like,
deserved
but look at me. I was the Phantom. And everyone went, it was okay.
Oh, legit. Like if I were, what's her
Yeah.
name? Rose? Yeah. I would have Billy Zaned it because DiCaprio he's little boy man. But then Billy Zane,
Hey.
that's a man.
I'll have you know that DiCaprio is a little king.
Little King of the World.
Oh, he's a little king.
He's a little king of the world.
Yeah, and now he's constantly looking for his little queens, if you know what I think.
Hey, no,
Scathing hot takes.
they're all tall.
Yeah, and they're all 25. Whoa.
Is 26 still the cutoff?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It's just they get decrepit by that point.
DiCaprio'd.
Yeah.
DiCaprio.
Decaprit.
Oh, God.
Yeah. The culprit.
Haven't been. I feel like this week has been long and short at the same time.
Okay, explain how.
Like it feels like a long time since I've seen you guys, and yet we were only here yesterday.
Wait, were we?
Do you know, no, I mean like
I was.
It felt like we were only here yesterday.
Last week feels
and
like
yet-
yesterday.
Yes.
Feels like a long time. We spoke yesterday.
We played games
We
last
played
night.
games last night.
Yeah.
That felt like a week ago. We haven't done that for months. And it's been years
True.
since this type of sparkling back and forth.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is like, I feel like towards the end of the year, every week starts to feel shorter and shorter.
Yeah. I did proclaim through my bited pizza, where the fuck has all the time gone?
Yeah.
So
true.
I
Great
did
song.
proclaim
I don't proclaim through my
through my bite of
pizza.
pizza.
twixt bites of
Little
margarita.
king doth proclaim.
Oh, please, can we get someone just draw Gus as a tiny little kid?
You're gonna do
Or
it.
Big.
You're
I
gonna
will
do
it.
it,
That's a
little
really good
King
idea,
Gus.
actually.
Gus is a little guy
Little
king.
King Gus.
Little guy king.
Little
Can I
baby
point
boy
out-
king.
Can I do a fashion report?
Yeah,
I
please.
I talked to you about this last night. I'm going away this weekend. I'm going on a fishing trip.
Oh, yes.
I'm going camping with some boys.
Which is the most Gus thing ever.
Yeah.
What's the most Gus thing ever is that I decided to make t-shirts for the crew that I'm going with.
Oh,
So
that's right.
here you can see I'm
Yes.
fashionable, and I made this myself because I was creatively thinking.
Yes.
Hey.
I'm going on a fishing trip. So this is the Bromigos. We're the Bromigos, and it's the
So the Bromigos has nothing to do with fishing. That's just the name of your
that's the
group.
name of the little
That's the troop.
and it's the Bromigos Buckaroo Fish Fest 2023.
A fish fest doesn't sound like a fest I want to
I
be a
should have
part
said
of.
fishing trip.
Yeah.
But then the thing is, I decided to make all of us fishing on the back.
That looks like a pock art.
Pock art.
It does.
They're back,
So I've
baby.
gone back to
Wait,
poker.
which one? Oh, you're in the middle.
I'm in the middle, and we've all caught a fish. And,
You have,
There's a really irate park ranger in the middle.
Nice.
Anyway,
well.
What kind of fish do you know in the
trout.
area?
We're going for brown trout and rainbow trout.
Brown trout and rainbow
So
trout.
these are the two guys I play that fishing game with.
And now you're gonna fish
And
in
now we're
real
going
life.
fishing IRL. But here's the thing, and the quick story that I told you last night is that we all play that fishing game, and there's a new map that just came out, and we're like, should we all buy that map and play it together? Not until we finish this one, and then
Is
we'll
it
do
Buckaroo?
that. No, that ranger calls you Buckaroo all the time.
Oh, okay.
And we thought, let's buy that. And when you buy the map, you get a free in-game t-shirt. And we're like, well, let's wait till we fish this map out. Anyway, I hadn't played for a while. I caught up with them. I was like, cool, we should do that new map. And they went silent. And I was like,
Did it already.
they've been fishing that new map for like a week and a half. So they could get the free in-game t-shirt, not knowing that I've made them these t-shirts to give them tomorrow for the trip.
Did they get you a free t-shirt?
No.
Oh.
But I've made them free t-shirts. Well,
I didn't know that element. That makes that part of the story so much worse.
Yep.
Because not only have they got the in-game t-shirt, but they got it playing the game without you.
Correct.
Did not get you a t-shirt,
The
but
whole
you've
time,
made them all
I was
custom
busy
t-shirts.
making them real-world t-shirts for the trip that I'm going on tomorrow.
Stings.
So it's going to be classic guy energy of like, oh, this is so good. Fuck you all. I love you guys. Fuck you. Here's a t-shirt. I love you. I hate you. Ah.
The best bit about this story, though, was when you were telling me you were like, they're going to feel so shit. Like, I can't wait for them to feel so shit. And that was the most, like, Gus part of all of
Yeah.
it, was just you relishing in, like,
Here's
Totally.
them feeling guilty.
Friendship and spite
That's
rolled
the real
together.
gift. Is,
Yeah.
is you seeing their faces as you give them
Yeah,
something.
I can't
and
wait.
they feel bad.
Yeah,
can't
I was
wait.
like, oh no, they'll feel. I'm sure they'll be so like stoked at you. You're like, nah, they'll just feel so shit. Nice fishing.
That's my
Awesome.
plan.
Yeah.
It's a good plan.
You know what my plan is?
Please.
Tell
To
me.
go into the next segment. A little bit of backup, baby.
Oh,
Apparently.
smooth.
It's a little bit of backup where we talk about done news or else. And this one is sponsored by Muso for Hire.
That is,
I believe that's-
William in a Spider-Man outfit saying, I'm Spider-Man. What?
Which points out how difficult it would be to actually understand Spider-Man in a cowl, mask,
Yeah,
whatever
but
it
he'd
is.
have some science way of getting his
Some
voice through.
science. Well,
Yeah,
tell you who
there'd be science
didn't.
way.
Will. Poor man Spider-Man.
It's scarily close to Peter's Grimace, actually, when I was...
He just grimace.
Yeah.
I wasn't here for that, and I don't want to hear about it.
Oh, the grimace, right? Yeah.
Grimace.
We don't do
That whole clip, I think, is on Wilbo on Twitter, so it's very funny.
what you still doing on Twitter?
So with Muso for Hire, I find, well, whoever's doing the segment, which is me, find a thing to hire and you guys have to guess how much it costs to hire.
I think we've got this down pat now. We've all
Yeah.
had a go at it.
But for newcomers,
Oh, fuck them.
For those who don't know what we're doing, this is called Back Pocket, and it's a video game show.
It's a video game show.
that's
And-
debatable.
Kind of, a little bit maybe. But today we're going over to Japan,
Okay.
Ooh.
to a store called Soin Ya Prime,
Nailed
and they provide a rent-a-boyfriend service.
Awesome.
Okay.
So what you can do with your boyfriend,
Oh, okay.
with the cast, as they call their male employees, you can sleep in his arms, go out for a date, all costs must be borne by the client, have him clean for you, simple cleaning tasks like vacuuming, etc., so long as it's nothing discomforting, eat together at a restaurant, all costs must be borne by the client, or have him cook for you, ingredients must be prepared by the client.
Okay.
And here's what clients are forbidden from doing:
Forbidden.
touching his downstairs or reaching under his clothes.
Does it say downstairs?
Downstairs.
It says genitals.
That's what you censored?
Yeah. Taking a shower or bath together, kissing or other intimate. Basically, like nothing sexy.
None of the fun stuff.
no-
All the work,
No photography.
none of the play.
Okay.
No photography.
This, I
But-
believe,
but-
because we've got an expert in chat, Multifish moved to Japan. I'm not entirely sure what field they're in, but I think this may be it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Multifish.
So we can check in with Multifish at the end of the seg.
potentially great boyfriend.
Yeah, okay.
And so, pricing for the standard plan, which covers all of the above services. So
Which is where you can touch.
the,
all of the
the
above.
No.
sleeping in the
Nothing
else.
no.
All the permitted.
Sleep in his arms, go out for a date,
Yeah,
these sorts
yeah.
of things, all
Yeah.
of which have to be paid for by you. Starts at this number
For how long?
for 7 hours.
7 hours.
For a
7 hours.
full 8 hours, you're looking at this number. So we're going to go with the minimum, the
7?
standard plan of 7 hours. You don't have to do it in yen. It's
So it's
US
for a day.
dollars.
A
In,
work
in
day.
US.
In US dollars.
Okay.
They get now a lunch break.
Yeah.
But that must be paid for by the
By
client.
the client. Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine mostly it's just like you want to talk about issues you're having and have them be like, that sounds really hard for you.
Yeah. And as a bonus,
Worth paying for.
Also, how much is it to pick out the specific boyfriend that you want from the cast?
Okay, is that an
The
additional
general
cost?
plan,
Is that an additional cost?
it is
or-
an additional cost.
Okay, so we'll pick for 7 hours. I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say 500 US for 7 hours. And to pick your boy, I'm going to say is an extra $100.
Do they have
US.
describable personality characteristics or is it just physical?
I'm pretty sure it's like you can see who it is and what their deal is.
Also, let's keep in mind that every time we run this contest, we have minimal information beyond the rate. So all the follow-up questions, I'm not sure how much you have there. We don't know.
Yeah. It is a
Well, I
Gizmodo
don't,
article.
I don't know. I'd be interested to know if it's just like
Me too, but I
This
don't
is-
think we have that
this is
information.
Gus, the little king that could be in your life.
I'll watch for you.
I'm going to
Still fish
say a
for
little
you.
cheaper than 500. I'm going to say 420.
420?
Yeah.
And how much to
Blaze
pick
it.
your boy?
Pick your boy is probably going to be another 150.
Oh, Stephanie.
I think it's expensive exchange rate over there. I think compared to here.
But it's a US dollar, which is probably doing well. So
I'm gonna say
NASDAQ.
850 standard.
Okay.
That's a lot for a day
hey,
with a boy.
don't stall.
No, you've picked.
But he might have to clean and stuff.
You might.
And
okay,
cook.
and to pick said boy.
1,000.
$1,000 a pick. Oh my goodness.
All right. And all your final
Wait, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah, what's the deal?
1,000. Hang on, you're talking. I said it as an additional cost, so it's an extra 1,000.
And
It's-
how
Oh
much to
no,
pick
no,
your
that
boy?
would be the total. To
Okay.
pick your
Okay,
boy.
so
1,000.
250.
So 200 to pick your boy and
Yeah.
800 for the
Sure.
service. Okay. So
7 hours.
taking into account that, any dates you go on, any food that you get, anything like that is an extra cost paid for by you.
Yeah.
This is just base level,
Totally.
the guy coming with you.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is US $364 for 7 hours. That's 30,000 yen.
So Pete gets that.
So Pete gets that. And to pick your boy, $24.
Oh, it's cheap as.
Bargain.
Extra 2,000 yen.
That's
Bargain
Pick your
crazy.
boy.
I'd pick
You
a boy
could
every
have-
time.
You
Yeah.
could have someone sleeping on you all day.
In
Yeah.
their arms.
No, you
They
sleep
can't
in them.
You
You
sleep in
in
them.
their arms.
Not them in
But
you.
I think surely there's an option to have him sleep in your arms. Because such joy to have a boy
Phrasing.
sleep in your arms. Such joy. Egad, you know?
I don't know.
To have a boy sleep in your arms.
I'm surely you guys have.
Oh no, I'm a little spoon when I can. I'll take it when
Yeah.
I can.
No,
Love
but that's
it.
what I mean. If you're the boyfriend and someone's sleeping on you all day, like
Stop saying on you.
That's the service you provide.
I guess, but that just seems like
They're out there making bank.
yeah, okay, all right, yeah,
Making
fair.
that yen.
I just value people's time more, I guess.
The most expensive
be-
one you can go for
The deluxe boy.
is a date plan, which
Mm-hmm.
includes a trip to Tokyo Disney Resort.
Ooh.
And it's
All expenses paid for by the
$850. So
And some
you're
like
close to
over the
that.
pants stuff.
Yeah, okay.
No over the pants. It is completely non-sexual. It
No,
is just
yeah.
like company.
Yeah,
it's like
reckon
it's
you
like
can
a
win.
form,
I
it's
thought
a
there
form
were
of
heaps of
escort.
boys in Japan that are looking for love.
Yeah, but that's the problem. So I think they want the one that is like the idea of any of these services is they're providing that with none of the preconceived notion that it'll go anywhere. So there's like a security and a comfort in that, I would believe.
Yes,
Yeah.
you can have companionship and you can vent and just kind of like
Get a diary.
Get it?
Yeah.
Peter, you do
Or
not
some
understand.
dairy.
$500 a day
Gus
for a
doesn't
boy.
understand.
people have a lot
What are you
of
talking
emotional
about?
needs that sometimes aren't met by the people in their lives.
Oh my god, this is gonna.
Look, yeah, no, I get that, but like, I don't know. It's a luxury, right?
Yeah.
diary.
You can't have a
Steph.
boy every day.
Yeah.
No,
Account with
I
those
think
prices.
you'd have a boy on special occasions.
On
Yeah,
retainer?
yeah. Special occasion boy.
No. I think special occasions.
That's more of a rent boy. And
A
that's a different
special
thing
boy.
altogether.
A very special boy. And on that, speaking of a special boy, Jeff Keighley,
The industry's very special boy.
video game industry's specialist boy, announced the nominees for the 2023 Game Awards.
And the nominees
Whoa, how exciting!
exclusive.
And I mean,
Chic
to go with
Hyderabad.
the most obvious ones of the actual, game of the year itself, I feel like they're all obvious.
Far
to
off.
me.
What do we got?
We got Alan Wake 2,
Great game.
Baldur's Gate 3, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Mario Bros. Wonder, and Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. How do we feel?
Quick predictions?
Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate,
Hands
yeah.
down.
It'll win it.
I feel like up until this point for the last few years, I've been like, I just don't feel like Game of the Year is a valid category. I just think it's not fair to compare games against
You
each
think
other.
now it needs a better category than Game of the Year? Game of the Century.
Now I'm like, if Baldur's Gate doesn't win this award, like no award anywhere
it's
Yeah.
good enough.
Is worth
matters.
anything.
Yeah.
Everything sucks and the industry falls apart.
I think the Game Awards have been actually since their inception. I was about to say conception, and then I remembered little advice that Gus gave me. That's the wrong word. It's
Not the wrong,
inception.
it's different.
Different.
Yeah.
But
Who
since
knows
its
what Bill
inception-
Gates did alone in his basement? The garage was a garage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since its inception, the Game Awards has kind of been weird.
There's always a couple of ones that you're like, this is a sure thing here, and it
Yeah.
turns left at the last minute.
Yeah,
Whether or not
yeah.
there's palms being greased, etc., who knows? It's a very corporate thing still. Award ceremonies
Oh
by
my
their nature
God,
are.
yeah. Well, like,
but yeah,
It's just hard to creatively compare things against each other in a category like that. Like, you know,
I can't remember what year it was, but it was Rocket League
and The
against-
Witcher 3.
Was it The Witcher 3?
Yeah, that's the example I
Yeah,
always
okay.
use because,
Yeah.
it's so
And
true.
what one?
It was like Bioshock.
Oh,
and
you're,
something.
sorry, you're saying one is a narrative journey and the other is pure gameplay defined
Yeah, but
as-
like Rocket League is arguably a perfect game in terms of what it sets out to do. Like
Yeah.
it's amazing. It's an
No
amazing
problem.
game, but like it feels so unfair to pit that against something like The Witcher 3 in a category like
Is
that.
it-
It's like no comedies winning at the Oscars, you know.
Is
like,
it judged by peers?
Okay, so the nominees are chosen by a jury of game journalists.
Okay, and the awards
And
are
the awards are, voted by the public.
Dorito entry points.
The public, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I thought isn't it half public and half something else?
Yes, there are nominated judges.
Yeah.
So there are from Australia. There's 2 judges this year.
Yeah, cool.
Press Start
Ah.
and maybe even 3. I think
Wait,
Press Start.
are you talking about who nominated? It's Press Start, Skill Up, Games
Yes.
Hub, and
Ben in the chat, 90%
Survivor.
critics, 10% public.
Survivor, yeah.
Yeah.
For final voting.
Yeah,
Because,
So-
that's, because
Games
the
Hub,
public
Games
is the public is
Yeah.
just like is too
yeah, they're too volatile and
Untrustworthy.
like
Yeah,
they're just
volatile,
following
Yeah, for
trends.
actual nominees, they I think they went with game journalists. Just so yeah.
I agree, Baldur's Gate, but I have such a special place in my heart for Alan Wake 2 now. Like, I'm sad that we'll miss out because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
something that I watched a part of it today and just reminded myself why I keep telling you, please play that game.
Yeah.
You need to play
I
this
will.
game.
I will for sure play it. I will for sure play it. I'm
What are
just-
some of the... Oh, sorry.
Well, I mean,
Other
like,
categories?
it must be nice to have representation of a guy that looks just like you.
Thank
in
you.
the game, right?
Finally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
finally.
And a guy
about
who's
that time.
troubled and will never really actually be settled.
You'll be settled.
I'll be
guys.
settled.
You'll be
one
so
day.
settled, guys.
In the dark place.
To my dark place.
I mean, like, I haven't played Baldur's Gate, but just based on kind of like the response to the game this year, like it's
Oh, yeah.
it's gotta be.
It should
right?
walk away with
That
everything.
being said, like I loved Tears of the Kingdom and I loved Wonder, and I didn't play the rest of them, but
Spider-Man
Baldur's
doesn't
Gate-
deserve to be there. And
Yeah.
Resident Evil 4 doesn't deserve to
Resident
be there.
Evil 4 doesn't, and I love that.
Both of those games don't deserve to be there.
Yeah.
But
Which,
there are
again,
great
there are
games
some
out
other categories that are semi-controversial. There's been some funny curveballs in all of this.
Yeah, so first off, I just want to say best performance has to go to Ben Starr, and that's my opinion, and I'm going to leave it at that.
For which game?
For Final Fantasy 16.
And he's
Ben
oh,
Starr,
he-
he's the
he's,
main guy.
terrible
Yeah,
name.
he's
Clive.
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 He's Clive.
Yep.
Clive
got- it's-
slash Wyvern.
There are some great voices in Final Fantasy 16.
Oh
that's
my
for
god,
sure.
Yeah.
everyone
Yeah.
should win that award.
Old
for
mate
that.
with the gravelly voice who I've
Is anyone from...
So sorry, who are the
Stray
nominees? Did you read
Yeah.
through them? You, said, you only just said
sorry, I
Ben
just
Starr.
wanted to say
Fire
that,
through
but
it.
Yeah, I just
we
want to hear
can
the
go
nominees
with all
and-
of them. Ben Starr, Final Fantasy 16, Cameron Monaghan for Jedi Survivor,
Boo.
boo. Idris Elba for Cyberpunk, Phantom Liberty, Melanie Liebert for Alan Wake 2, Neil Newman for Baldur's Gate 3, that's Astarian, and Yuri Lowenthal for Marvel's Spider-Man 2.
The Alan Wake, if that is
Interesting.
Saga, I assume that's the actress. She was really good in
Yeah,
that.
she's incredible.
So, but
And she does a lot of monologuing.
she does most of the game.
Yeah. So it's like, it's a
yeah.
hard, monologuing is a hard thing to sell because you need to be believable. It's like phone conversations in movies. That was when I knew Florence Pugh was one of the greats. She does there's a phone call at the start of Midsummer and I was like, oh yeah, she can act.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She answers the phone. I'm like, no one's on the end of that line, but I fucking
My God,
believe there
she
is.
do it.
Yeah.
I believe there is.
It's the
another one?
subtle little things
Yeah,
as well. Is it Amelia Tyler not on that list?
No.
Devo,
For-
she's the narrator for Baldur's
Oh,
Gate.
she's great.
Yeah, which is like I get that she's not playing a character, but her performance I would argue is like carries the whole game.
Totally.
And has so much nuance to it, and people just kind of fell in love with her because it's just she gives so much personality and life to that story. How sad.
Steph
Oh,
irritably
man.
makes her rant. She looks at a microphone. She rolls 20. I don't know what I don't know what
She
does.
rolls
But I
20.
I just love how, I love how it just pops. You forget that narrator is in that game until
Yeah.
she pops up again. You're like, oh my God, there's a
Yeah.
DM.
Yeah, it's great, yeah.
And so
running
much
this.
kind of like mischief and whimsy and
She's
you know,
cheeky. She's got a bit of cheek.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
very, yeah.
Even from the little bit I've played, it made an impression.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. What about
And so some of the controversy
Ooh.
for the Game Awards this year starts with the Best Independent Game category.
Go for the noms.
Where we've got Cocoon, Dredge, Sea of Stars, Viewfinder, and Dave the Diver. And so the problem here is Dave the Diver
Mint Rocket?
is done by Mint Rocket. And if you looked at the developer and the publisher, it would be Mint Rocket and Mint Rocket. The problem there is the fact that Mint Rocket wasn't acquired or anything, but is straight up just like made and owned by Nexon, which you may know as the people who made Maple Story. You may know them for their big suing of the devs of Dark and Darker.
They also sound like a kind of company that Nexon, they made this and they make baby traps and spiked.
But
Like,
Nexon sits next to no, but
Yeah.
it's like it's the Terminator corporation.
yeah.
Yeah, it's are they a small developer that was acquired?
No, they were made by Nexon.
Yeah. It's like
It is a
like
team
how
made by Nexon.
it's like how Furphy blew up in Australia as a beer that everyone loved. And like, oh, cool,
It's super.
this cool little boutique brewery made this, and I was like, no, Lion made that.
They made it and they marketed it to look independent, or to look
yeah.
bespoke and small.
works.
There
Works every time.
There may be something about like they have set up another studio through Nexon.
It's within Nexon.
Hmm.
Like I
within-
cannot stress enough that like it is.
No,
a
I agree.
Nexon
I'm not defending it. I'm
studio.
wondering
It's
how
just
it
that the
slips
product
through.
they made feels so indie.
Well, that's okay. So that's the thing.
Had me
is-
fooled.
Well, because Larian are technically, I think,
Independent.
Larian's an
independent.
indie studio.
Yeah.
So they are an indie studio. So Baldur's Gate 3 could, by definition,
Yeah. So is CD Projekt still?
But also like I mean I've listened to a lot of dev diaries of Sven Vinker talking about like him selling shit and taking out loans to pay his staff and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like I think they've gone through rough times and he's kind of
has and then the Game Awards haven't even come out and officially said like maybe they are falling into the idea of going, this category is exactly what we think of when we say indie. Like they haven't even, I've read anywhere that they've defended it, because maybe if that was what they were doing here, they're saying the category of indie is smaller scale game with usually some form of like unique style and like, but that's not what they are. It is
Yeah.
literally like, but it is had
and the-
transcended
but
to
it's-
that.
It's a good point. It's a good point.
And
Yeah.
you've got the thing as well here, because there's best debut indie game. Like that's also a category. This one is literally best independent game. Like it's the full word.
Okay, yeah,
And
then I
independent
take that back.
means independent, right? So
Yeah.
it's confused. And the problem is the discourse is kind of taken a bit of a nasty turn where people are starting to dog on like the developers of Dave the Diver. And the problem is Dave the Diver is a great game. The developers seem super
That is a
passionate.
problem.
The problem is it's bad, but like Dave Dive is a great game. The devs seem super passionate about what they've made, and like they deserve kudos. Like it's a well done thing. The problem is it's being lumped into a category where it's
competing
got
against other games that don't have that same
the advantage
The
that
resources
it has.
and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Middo made a point in the chat as well that Larian Studios, like it is technically independent, but they have gotten funding from big companies like Tencent. So it's like there's
Which
clear
makes me think there must be
advantages.
something that slipped through the cracks that then is a technicality that Mint Rocket gets to claim to be. Like, it'll be in the fine line, on the fine print.
Yeah.
It'll be something that they're like, oh, their money was moved through this to that, and therefore they would have done the application. Game Awards would have looked at it and gone,
but you know
technically
what?
they're in.
I did some insane research, and I say insane research because it was so unnecessary and was literally me just like reading too far into things. And I Googled Dave the Diver indie. Plain
That
simple.
is some insane
Dave the
research.
Diver indie. Google.
much are we
Crazy.
paying
No,
you?
but I literally just went Dave the Diver indie and looked at article after article after article after article from all the big
That's how
ones.
Google works. It just gives you article after article after article. It's crazy.
So the crazy thing about me talking is I never get to finish what I'm saying before someone interrupts
to
me.
finish
you
to be
need to
able
make
be
a point.
interrupted.
Yeah, it's funny how I'm making a point and yet the point
Point
can't
out.
be made.
Go
But
ahead.
as I was saying,
Yes.
I read multiple articles that were all calling Dave the Diver an indie game when it's not.
Yeah.
Like, and
Yeah, sure.
it's the thing is, it's become like indie game is a weird game with pixel art.
Yeah, it's a face value thing.
Yeah, like
But again, as I said, I think maybe the Game Awards are recognizing that's just the trend and that's what the greater public see, and therefore that's what they've just tried to do with this category. And everyone suddenly piped up and said, no, technically you're wrong. And so whether or not...
Make that decision.
Exactly.
Game Awards.
Yeah.
and
Who do they think they are? Little King. Jeff Keighley.
Little King Jeff
I
Keighley.
relate.
He can do what he wants.
And then we've got best community support,
Whew.
which includes
Ruh-roh.
it's got Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Final Fantasy 16, No Man's Sky, and Destiny 2. And the controversy here is that Destiny 2 did have great community support. They probably still do, but they did have great community support. The only problem is a couple weeks ago, like half of them got canned from the company in an 8% layoff. From Bungie, and it was a huge problem. With like it was obviously a big deal, but there's a huge problem with this nomination because there's a good chance that the team that was responsible for it won't get to accept their award.
Yeah.
Kind of puts a spotlight on the hypocrisy of it all.
This is such an awkward situation because I can imagine, like, obviously awful that they've lost their jobs, and this is like an industry-wide issue. I think that happens is where like they'll kind of companies will onboard staff and then just kind of let them go. And there's like no job security and stuff. But in terms of the award, they would have been in a difficult place of like, do we not acknowledge the work that they did by not allowing them to be nominated?
And not, yeah.
And or do we acknowledge the work even though they're no longer here?
If they could be there to accept it, I feel like that would change some of it. But the idea
Yeah.
being they're not current employees, so therefore they can't, which does
Kinda
make you go, an
sucks.
award is something in hindsight. It's for work done.
Yeah.
It's not for work ongoing. And that work has been done. They deserve, fired or not, that came from the top potentially. I'm not defending big company layoffs. I'm just saying that could have been like the community team, the people who manage them could have been like, do not fire them, and someone comes through and swings the axe and they're gone. My point being is that like they still deserve that award. They still deserve the nomination. My big controversy will be, are they allowed to accept it in any form? And the person who does, if they win, do they let...
And I don't know how they're officially recognized either, because like there's a team of, let's say, I don't know the numbers, but let's say Bungie had a team of 20 staff in the community management team, and half of that's gone, so there's only 10 left. But there was only ever going to be 1 or 2 managers that would go up and accept the award. Where is it kind of documented that who was part of the team that award is being attributed to? Because they may not have been, even if they were still working there, invited to go to the Game Awards. You know, there's not, you can't bring every person ever. But if they are still recognized on paper in documentation.
Yeah,
then-
and Ben, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, Ben in the chat is saying as well, like, the team that is still there are also still good
They're
and doing
just
good work.
halved.
Yeah, but it's like, do they not deserve to be recognized?
job's not
also?
halved.
Like, so
Absolutely.
it's a difficult situation.
And it's such a hard thing. Just overall, this year has been such an awesome year for games. There have been so like an ungodly amount of incredible games that have come out this year, and we're so lucky. The only problem is it's also been a really, really bad year for industry layoffs. Like so many studios being closed by
Embracer.
I wasn't gonna say
So many studios falling asleep in the big arms of Embrace.
There's so many studios being bought and then closed by the people that bought them, or being cut in half, or being closed down because they like just can't afford to keep going, or
That's how
just
the world works.
cutting off heaps of their stuff. And it's interesting to see that in the process, no CEOs have taken pay cuts. I just find that really interesting.
I would say I agree, and it's not just industry wide. It's like, you know, it's the business world. It's like that's happening on a larger scale.
They get a bonus for making that decision to keep people's
I think
Weird how they
particularly
get just exactly the amount of money that they get from sacking people.
Yeah, I think it's particularly in creative industries though, and it happens a lot in video game. It tends to be quite cyclical, where companies will just expand really quickly, and I feel like we saw a lot of that from the kind of weird COVID gaming boom, where a lot of industry suffered, but gaming just really took off, you know, during lockdown. And I think a lot of people started hiring. You know, there were a lot of it kind of happened across the tech industry because everyone was working from home and stuff like that. And I feel like now we're starting to see the kind of adverse effects of that. There's no long-term thinking about job security for employees in this industry, and I think that's what's really frustrating because no one thinks about that or cares about it enough.
Yeah, it's just a really volatile technology. Sectors are just really volatile
Totally.
spaces.
But that being said, at the same time, you know, once again, I hate to say it, CEOs are making more money than they ever have, ever. And like it's really shitty to see. You know, there was a time where you had, you know, Iwata of Nintendo fame, God rest his soul. You know, after the horrendous year of Luigi, he apologized for how badly it did and took a pay cut. Like, that should be a normal thing of people who are in charge of a company are making those choices to hire more people and to expand and to get, you know, more studios on. Like, making those active choices to spend more
Well, it needs
money.
to be proactive, not active. That's and definitely not reactive is I think the point there. It's like
Exactly.
it's very rare to see it, particularly in the Western world, people making these these changes from those higher up positions before things go wrong, before they have to apologize, before they have to. It's like, no, do this now and like set the groundwork for what needs to be a more successful year, 3 years down the track, not just by the end of that financial year kind of thing. And again, not a professional in it all in business, but it's like earn some good credit before you just have to dig yourself out of it. And most of the time they don't. They just, as you said, lay off the people at the bottom and end up, feathering their own nests.
I also saw a really interesting article the other day that said that it would be really easy to automate the CEO position. If any job should go to AI, it'd be really easy to do that one. And would also save companies heaps of money.
Hey.
So-
Companies still need bosses.
Yeah, some.
Keep it coming, baby. Yeah.
Hey, by the way, I didn't tell you I'm taking another week off to go fishing. So,
Well, I mean,
is that all right?
you've got the yacht this weekend,
I
right?
do have the yacht
so,
this weekend.
Yeah.
Look, I'll borrow it next week.
Yeah, and I'll be swimming behind it and kicking it to make sure it goes forward. Yeah. But that's been a little bit of backup. How do we feel? Are we excited for the Game Awards?
We're really depressed now.
I don't think I've ever been excited for the Game Awards.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see like how long they stay relevant because I feel like all these award shows tend to just be something that people get excited about for a while and then they sort of drop off and it merges into something else.
Yeah, I mean, if it's just about how many ads Keeley can sell against it, right? Like,
That's true.
If
Everyone loved Keeley, man. Now I feel like people are turning on
If
him.
he sells the ad space, they'll keep making that show.
Totally.
That's what it's there
Yeah,
for.
okay.
Oh, also,
Making
do we
money.
think any big announcements are going to happen during the Game Awards?
Maybe GTA 6?
GTA 6 is obviously the
GTA
rumored
6.
thing.
I don't think it will, but it'd be
because
good.
they said this is December 7th, I believe the Game Awards are happening, so probably December 8th for us. Rockstar said early December trailer. So
on stage
it
cameos.
seems to make sense, but Rockstar don't need the Game Awards to get publicity. They could do it. They could post it on, like, someone could post it from their account without doing any social media around it, and it would get 1 million views in 2 minutes. They don't need to pay Jeff Keighley to promote it. So
Yeah. Oh,
Imagine how hard he's trying.
Oh, totally.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
wants
would
it
play it
so
for. He would play it
bad.
for free.
He wants
You would.
That
You would play that
man-
for free to sell against, right? You'd be
Oh
like,
god,
yeah,
that
you're
man
at either
is
side of the
gooning for
GTA
it.
trailer.
He is gooning
Yeah,
for
yeah,
that
yeah.
freaking GTA trailer. Oh my god, he wants it so bad. Oh man.
When is it again? Start of December.
Seventh.
December
Seventh.
7th,
Oh,
8th.
yeah.
8th.
Probably
right.
8th for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
we got a
I think
while
we
to-
got the 7th.
Nice.
Cool.
Should we?
So should we move on to what we've been playing? This
We should.
week? Bum, 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 bum.
What we've all been playing is brought to us by Nicrotex. Will left, didn't he?
Yeah, he's gone.
Hey,
yeah.
unceremoniously
He's
leave.
That's what he said when he left you.
Yeah. Thank you to Nicrotex for sponsoring what we've been playing. And as we do every week when we have a sponsored segment by Nicrotex, we read one of his X's or his tweets. I don't like that X is still in the script. I'm so sorry.
I was so confused
It's
by
there.
that.
We
Yeah.
read about one of his exes. Oh, that would be a different segment altogether. No, this week I just wanted to call out an older tweet that he wrote back in 2022 in July because I agree, or I just feel for this tweet, which was he wrote, "If I ever wanted to retire and do absolutely nothing while still somehow earning money, I think I'll get a job at Australia Post." Ooh.
I
Bit of a burn.
saw that
Scathing.
and I disagree.
His opinion may have changed. It may be similar to me, which is that like you can just have those days where Ozpost don't do their job the way you thought they were going to. Let's put it that. There are some very hardworking people there, I'm sure, but you can come home and be like, I signed the form to say I wouldn't be home. Their door is open. This is secured, and they just didn't even turn up. I've watched it turn up and just drive past my place and been like, "Fuck you, you didn't turn up."
I am such a postie respecter. I think
You're a postie ally.
no, I am. The thing is, okay, not only do they have an incredibly strong union, but at the same time, like a lot of the issues with Ozpost aren't with posties, it's with contractors.
Totally.
And also, a lot of posting now has been outsourced and not going to Ozpost, but instead, going to Aramex and Couriers Please and all this. And I think kind of all of that is giving Ozpost a bad name. But on top of that, the workers themselves are kind of being pushed to the very edge, and so
They're going. The term is postal. It's famously.
they're going postal. Yeah.
The term is to go postal if you then. So totally understand what you're saying. and
It's
I
true.
agree.
Like the ones that
Yeah.
drive by without knocking, by the wind said it, the contractors. Like,
yeah,
because
totally.
they're not being contracted based on how many deliveries they're making, but how much goes on to the.
If they take it in, drop it off
van.
at the depot, and then do that a lot,
Yeah,
they
it-
still
it
get paid
counts,
a
yeah.
lot. So yes, there's problems there, and I'm sure there was
it's
a
the
reason.
privatization of Australia Post that's the problem.
Oh, this is a depressing episode. Yes, but I had a package missed, so I got angry yesterday, and it was these fucking t-shirts.
Totally.
So
I mean, you are right. I mean, they're working in shit conditions, but it's like I'll take posties over Macca's drive-through employees every day of the week.
Macca's drive-through
Yeah, yeah,
employees.
yeah.
Oh my God,
They're
I love
kids.
them.
That's children.
Yeah, no,
monster.
they don't deserve
Leave
jobs,
them
those
alone.
kids.
They don't deserve jobs. That's the takeaway from here, and we'll take away Narcotex's money for sponsoring the segment. Thank you so much. What we've been playing, let's go around the horn, and we're going to start, Ruby, with you because you've been playing a game. You're probably playing it right now that only came out recently, and it's a local game.
Yeah.
What's it called?
I've been playing Gubbins. Yeah. Woo, yay.
Everyone has.
Gubbins! I love Gubbins.
Okay, Steph, what have you been playing?
Actually, I saw some posts on Twitter today, and I was like, "What is this?"
Have we done our gub for the
Oh,
day?
Yeah, I think it
God,
was Dan
Gubbins.
Crowd posted.
He was sharing the composer of Gubbins with some awesome music. I don't know who they are, but
No,
was-
he just posted a screenshot from the game that just said pub and
Yeah, Aldi.
Aldi?
Aldi, not pub.
Aldi, not pub, and he was like, "I stand by this." And I didn't know about Gubbins, and I didn't know what it was, and I was just like trying to decipher what he meant by this like powerful statement because he seemed to feel so passionately about it.
Nothing
And
powerful
th-
about it.
And then Ruby was like, "Oh no, that's Gubbins."
Yeah.
Like I was supposed to know what that means.
It's Gubbins.
Explain Gubbins to us,
Who
Ruby.
up Gubbins their word? And is that anything? Yeah? Anything? No?
I don't think so.
I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
Explain Gubbins.
Well, Gubbins is a word game. It is a roguelite made by Studio Folly, and it's a word game. And basically, it's like if Scrabble had a baby with Tetris, and also had a baby with Dark Souls, and also had a baby with a Cartoon Network short.
Reg
Yeah,
Mombasa,
okay.
Reg Mombasa from Mambo kind of style
Yeah.
as well.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
It's a word game made by a Melbourne-based studio, and it's just visually and audibly a treat. It's a nice little game where it's free on mobile. The only thing is you've got there's no ads. There's no ads whatsoever.
What?
No ads.
How do they make their money?
So they make their money. So the base game lets you play one Gubbins puzzle a day, and like Wordle. It's like Wordle, basically.
No, Wordle's free. It's subscribed for New York Times crossword. So, but you can only do one, but they don't make any money out of that.
Yeah. So it's like Wordle in the sense of you can do one a day.
You play
Yeah.
the daily game, but
Yeah,
is it
yeah.
shared or is
But
it
if-
just you play?
But
one
there's
game?
more.
but
that
if you
can-
love it enough that you
confusing
want to
the point.
keep
Yeah.
playing, then
You can give a little bit of money.
you
Yep.
you
You
gotta
can give a
cough
little
up.
bit of money to get an endless supply of Gubbins puzzles, and that includes the pencil mode where you can where it's literally just the pencil Gubbins and letters. And the pencil Gubbins add in an extra letter that you need. And so let me explain what a Gubbins is. So Gubbins in the game are little creatures that can either help you in the game or ruin your game. So, for example, there's the pencil Gubbins, and the pencil Gubbins will finish a word for you. So if you want to write like fart, but you've only got FRT, you put the pencil Gubbins where the A should be, sort it out, and it'll say fort, and you don't want that. So you go back, and then you go, and it says fart, and then you want that, and you make the word.
Because like Scrabble, you're trying to make words. You've got tiles at the bottom. You're trying to get rid of all your tiles.
Trying to spend all the tile. Well, you're trying to make as many high scoring. It doesn't like Scrabble have the number attached to it, but words are worth more if you use
more letters.
letters,
More letters.
and harder letters to.
Yeah.
You also
use.
don't have to connect the words.
That is what has tripped me up. I've only played. Came out yesterday. I've played twice now. I've played my puzzle a day. Is that it doesn't? So you lay out words on the board. Mm-hmm. You can put them anywhere. You can put tiles anywhere. So you should be able to get all of the things up onto the board and clear some words as you go. I was playing like Scrabble and building off the things, but then as soon as you clear a word, you ruin the 4 other words that are connected to it.
Yeah.
So you might get a big word, but you've ruined 4 others. So that's like one of the tricks that you learn, I guess, after 2 times playing it, where you go, that's the wrong way to play this game.
You just make words wherever
You just make
want,
words on a canvas, and then you're trying to make as big a words as possible and use the gubbins to amplify what you're doing.
But if you want to, you can build off other words, which is like if you
want, but there's no point because you're just gonna
You end up deleting that letter.
Swiping the word makes it and puts it into the system.
Yeah.
Like you get points by swiping a word.
Wood
got some-
Weirdo says, pro tip, fill your board up and then use a few little words to get your combo going.
And that one is from Wood Weirdo, who is Woody, friend of the show,
Oh, cool.
who also helped out on Gubbins
Nice.
a little bit and also was on the podcast.
Yeah, nice.
Goddamn right.
There's also good gubbins and bad gubbins.
Yeah, there's good gubbins and bad gubbins. So there's the pencil, for example. And then there's bad gubbins like the wretched lock who I hate. I hate the lock so much. So
I like the mushroom.
The mushroom's great. The mushroom's a bad gubbin, but it's also really cool because the mushroom just like multiplies all across the board, and so it like covers up spots that you may need to put letters on. But this part here is the best part of the game, where at the end of the game, after you've made a whole bunch of words, you get to make postcards using all the words that you made in your Gubbins game.
Which is wonderful and joyous, but also a very clever marketing tool because that's
fantastic.
what people have been
Oh, it's
sharing. And I've been like,
perfect.
what is this?
Also based off-
Aldi, not pub.
Based off how Wordle marketed their shareability, that's how that game just became like, everyone was
Totally.
like, what the fuck are these squares?
Yeah.
And same thing here, quite literally, you look at one and go, I do not understand this, but I want to.
I want to know
But I'm
what it
intrigued.
is.
And I want to
Yeah.
make my own.
Yeah.
It's
See what-
wonderful. It's
what
very
words you come up
creative.
with.
And just visually a delight. as well.
Totally.
Yeah. I was going to say the thing that struck me the most when I was playing it is it's one of those games like, do you remember when you were playing Cult of the Lamb and you said there were so many moments, even just in the way menus loaded and the sounds and the way little kind of things kind of pop
Juicy
and click
is the-
and it just feels like a very
They
polished,
literally use the word
designed.
juicy. They say juicy means if a UI has kind of like a little bit of sound and movement to, don't do that, to like every element of it. It's,
Yeah. Like it feels stylistically designed down to every detail,
Totally.
and that's such a satisfying thing to play.
And the music is gorgeous. There's very few games that I will like turn up on purpose so I can listen to the music of
Particularly phone games.
it. Particularly fun games. But this one is really, really good. Also, like a few cool little things with Gubbins too is it was semi-funded by YouTuber Hank Green.
Yeah.
You may know from the Green Brothers. The John Green wrote The Fault in Our Stars. And Hank Green is the science man.
You'd recognize him if you saw him. He does lots of vlogging and like really switched on kind of like, breaks down complex.
You've seen his face.
Is
I
he?
just don't know YouTube.
And he recently got diagnosed with cancer, but
recently
he's,
got diagnosed
he's in
with cancer.
remission. No, the other one. He's doing well.
He's he's doing well.
doing
Yeah,
well,
he's
yeah.
getting better. And he made a deal with the Gubbins folks, being like, I'm going to give you a lump of money to help with your game, and in turn, you are going to give 10% of your profits to charity. And they were like, okay. Which is really neat. So this game's also given to charity.
Guess remission is good. So
It is.
Yeah,
Sorry, it
remission's
sounds
good.
bad. In my, it's always been
good.
remission. I've gone into
but
remission.
it means
Sounds
reverse.
like I know, but to go into something, Anyway, sorry. Thank
Also,
you, Josh.
a cool thing about this game is that I interviewed one of the developers who worked on it for the podcast this week.
You have a podcast.
So if you want to learn more about how the game was made and how how ideas around it happened and all the goofy, silly things, you can listen to Pocket Buds tomorrow, where I talk to Darcy Smith. But also with Gubbins, there's the postcards, and I wanted to have a look at a few of them.
Sure.
Some that I made myself,
Oh dear.
and some that I found online. Josh, will we be able to get those up? So here's one from, I think this was directly from the Gubbins account, if not from Jess Shippard, who is
them.
the graphic designer of
I think,
Gubbins.
I just want to say I think we're on front page at the moment as well.
Yeah.
So we'll
Let me just go to the next
move it
one.
along. This one's my one. There is
rats.
rats in my ass. Feels bad. Bad rash on my ass border.
Good.
Did
work.
you mention that you can do rude words in the game?
You can do rude.
Another
You can do
feature.
proper nouns and you can do rude words.
I think that's one of the most interesting things to listen to the podcast for is where Darcy explains kind of the philosophy of what words are allowed, why words are allowed.
Yeah.
That there's this history of word games that have been kind of
Pompous.
pompous, but yeah, just completely gatekept. As move on,
Osher
move on,
Gunsberg. Keep going.
Move on.
Gatekeeping language.
Yeah, gatekeeping that the ideas of the Oxford Dictionary concept of what a word is, and not allowing proper nouns and not allowing curse words and all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
and their philosophy of if it's fun and if you believe that it's a word. It should be a word.
It's just
and it
it's
just is
the
playful in
image
that way.
that happened to pair with that one. I think it's just
Do have a theme, Ruby.
So the thing is, not all of them are mine. This one's mine.
Another great game.
Another
promoted
great
through
game.
Gubbins.
Shower with your
Great
dad
game.
simulator.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
Check it out. Marvin did good work on that
Okay,
game.
that's probably enough of those.
I
Josh.
think, and this one's
That one's okay.
a biblical angel. And so this guy's called the Giant. He's just called the Giant,
In
and
the
he's
game,
a little
in-
sweetie in the
yeah.
game, and he's just a
The
little
design
sweetie.
and stuff is fantastic. I
Ooh, yeah.
don't want to end on. I will just say like one minor criticism I
Here
have
we
is
go.
the idea. The amount of ideas pouring in at the start of the game when you load it up, I found it quite like it was throwing a gubbins at me every round, and I bought the full game and was like, okay, but that's my brain wanting to master the game early on, and it doesn't let you. It goes, I'm gonna keep giving you modifiers,
you need
and
to
it's
let
gonna
go of that.
change
You
every
need to let
round.
go of that ego.
So it's totally me going just like, hang on, I just want to master this before you give me the next one. They're like, nah, here's the next one. I was like, oh, gubbins. So I really love it. I think it's a fantastic game. I just found that was a little stumbling point at the start for me that I've let go, and I'm one with the
You've
gubbins.
devoured.
It's
I'm
awesome.
one with the
devoured.
gubbins.
It's awesome.
Devour.
Gubbins, 10 out of 10.
Go check
Good
it
job.
out.
Good job,
10 out
Gubbins.
of 10.
Gubbins is a great game. Another game that's very good, but I would say very different from that, I'm going to talk about very briefly because it's a game that I've been playing with friends. I jumped in
indie dev.
little indie dev,
Yeah.
if you've heard of them. No, I talked last week about Modern Warfare 3 because the campaign was out, and I enjoyed it while the rest of the internet hated on it, and that's totally fine. It's, opinions. I've since gone back into play the multiplayer, which is getting very good sort of responses from both new players and old players. I'm old players, and they put all the old maps in, so I'm loving that. But I was really hankering for the zombies because they have said we're going to basically do open world or the DMZ style open map version of zombies, which I thought would be
Bit
fantastic.
of a theme with this game.
Well, I loved zombies from the beginning. World at War, doing the whole stuck in the house, boarding up the windows.
I loved that.
I did too. I thought it was fantastic. They then branched out to kind of slightly larger area maps, which were fun. They then, I think in Black Ops, did Outbreak, which was larger scaled maps. They weren't as big as the Warzone maps,
yeah.
but they were bigger with multi-objectives, and you run around as a team, and I've always loved that. I've loved having multiple objectives in a kind of chaotic space. The latest one has said we're going to do a new map, which is Uzbekistan. It's a fictional nation, which I think is going to be... Fictional Stan, which is probably going to be in the Warzone update. So I think it's their way of soft launching the new map for Warzone. It's very reminiscent of Verdansk, and so it feels great as a map. But this is basically going, let's do zombies with DMZ style objectives and cooperativeness. So it's technically a Gus shooter with friends.
One is for the boys with the boomers, it's the top down.
Yo,
From the club, you be blazing up. Got stacks on deck like you're saving up. And he yell, you real, he might got a deal. He pop bottles and he got the right kind of bill. He'd hold, he dope, he might sell coke. He always in the air, but he never fly coach. He's a motherfucking trip, tell her about the trip. On the lip. That's what I gotta do what I was like about. I guess you guys laugh at look at
Oh my god.
You know the whole song.
Nicki Minaj is a playable character.
Did you play as her?
No, I played as a cat.
Yeah.
Will and I put that together. Thank you, Will, today. We
I think I was quite delirious at times. I forgot that happened.
It was late, but no, Steph, myself, and Reese jumped in to play some of this. There are squads of 3, and a thing just to touch on is the idea that Nicki Minaj is a playable skin in COD now. And before we even started playing, we went through all the skin libraries, and she looks amazing in the game. She's in like a pink PVC lycra suit with
she looks unreal.
heels and a weave, and she just she stands out. It's amazing. In this
And
case,
all of her,
though, this
and all
is
of her
us.
voice lines as well are incredible. Yeah.
But Steph and I found one of the skins is actually a cat skin. So Steph and I,
we're 2 different cats.
I was Sergeant.
Oh my God.
And you were Major.
Sprinkles or something?
Sergeant
Major
Sprinkles.
Meows?
Sergeant Sprinkles and Major. But these are just a couple of the skins we got. So here we are as 2 wet cats with Lilith from Diablo being played by Reese. So we had a bit of fun just mucking around. The skins are available for the multiplayer and everything, but they're wild.
As we were loading in, I was like, ugh, I can't believe they're going the way of Fortnite with all these skins in the game. Like, so fucking cringe.
You
like,
flipped on a dime.
As soon as I went in, I was like, you can play as Lara Croft?
Maybe Master Chief sooner than we might expect.
Potentially.
I spent like...
We spent $30 each, I think, to buy cat
my
skins.
goodness.
I spent a stupid amount of money on this like within seconds of like loading in. Fuck, I'm so shit.
The store is very well done. For the rest of the COD HUD being a pain, Reese was
There
like,
she
look
is.
at me. The store for the skins is quite appealing, so we had fun in that.
Yeah.
But I should explain. So what you're seeing here is we jumped into zombies. It is a large open map. You start on the outside. You're dropped in there with, I think, up to 24 players. So each session does
Right.
have everyone being dropped on the perimeter, outer perimeter of the map.
So it's versus still.
No, it is all PvE. So it is all co-op. There's no friendly fire,
Cool.
meaning you can't shoot other people, which means that you're encouraged to find other people on the map, and either by actually squatting up or just by hanging out with them and being like, hey, there's a group running over there of 3. We're 3. Let's just run side by side and just help each other out. If you do squat up, I think you can make a 6, which does mean you get all the perks and all the shared XP and stuff. So it
Awesome.
makes sense to do that. But it's one of the first times that the game has been all about doing this, running up to people and sending invites and trying to get them to join. And I think that's fantastic. It definitely means the game is focused on what zombies is, which is taking out the zombies. Just quickly, a couple of the mechanics. You start on the outer ring, which is the easiest. There is an orange circle where the zombies level up. It's basically MMO. You cross that boundary and all the zombies have a level 2 on their head, and they take a lot more damage to go down. And the inner circle is a red circle, which is super hard. Level 3 zombies, lots more special enemies, but more rewards and things that you want in there. The basic way you play the game is you earn money by doing objectives. That's one of them here. Or you kill zombies. You get 15 ether or money per kill. You farm that money. The main thing, which is from all the zombies back in the day, is the Pack-a-Punch machine. It's a vending machine that you take your gun up to. Once you pack-a-punch your gun level 1, it is good enough to go into the orange circle because you'll be able to do enough damage to kill the orange zombies. In the orange circle, there's another pack-a-punch machine. You have to have enough money to pack-a-punch your gun up again, and then that's strong enough to go into the red and fight the zombies in there. You would struggle incredibly hard to take anything lesser into those areas. You just will tickle the zombies, basically. So that is the way the game is made to proceed.
Can you tickle zombies?
I give them a shot. They're a little nibbly, but yeah,
That's
get
nice.
in there. But the weapons do need to be upgraded. The problem is that there is, on one side, the idea to build up the money to pack-a-punch your weapon. The other one is the gambling, because zombies has forever had the mystery boxes. And the idea is that you spend about 900 of the ether, and that will get you a roll of the mystery box. Now, I believe the mystery boxes in the orange and red will get you better chances of getting better rarities in weapons. But basically, you want to get like any MMO. It's like green, blue, green, blue, purple, and gold. And the more rarer the weapon, the more attachments it has, and
Rise, Hellspawn.
the more modifiers it has on it. So you, unlike DMZ, where it was a little bit like you start and go, what's my goal here? What am I going to do? There's a little bit more of the classic zombies. Okay, I know how to farm and upgrade weapons and take my weapon out with me, because that's the big DMZ thing, is that essentially you can take those guns out with you. You will lose the pack-a-punch attachments and you will lose the rarity, but you'll keep the attachments and you'll keep the gun if you like it. So there is, yeah?
Are they airdropping more zombies in?
So, no, what I will point out here is that the first thing I'll say is that zombies are amazing for this kind of style of game because it makes sense that they just spawn out of the ground where you are.
Yeah,
and
they
more
kind
and
of
more
burst out of the ground like
and
flowers.
also the objectives, which were in DMZ, you had to take contracts individually into the rounds. You had to pick 3 of them. You would do them. If you did them in the match and you had nothing else to do, you had to exfil to go and get more contracts. Here, there are 3 giant story chapters. Each one has like a heap of missions. You have to systematically tick each mission off. If you finish a mission in a session, it'll just automatically roll to the next one and say, cool, your next one, destroy 3 cars. Your next one, kill 20 zombies with cryo armor. The next one, and you'll be able to, in one round, hopefully tick off a bunch of those objectives. Some of those objectives involve going to military outposts or running into convoys, which have AI humans that have guns and will be firing at you. So there are mercenaries dotted around this as well, which I think is fantastic because it suddenly reignites that DMZ panic of like, oh shit, there's enemies in a camp over there that are fighting, that are shooting at zombies and you. So it like adds a bit of life to the whole thing, which I really find is just like adds to the atmosphere of the space. And then everything else, the rummaging around for little bits of gear, like finding junk and selling it to try and get money to buy more stuff, makes so much more sense in a zombie map. It's like, yeah, of course I'm going to go and find circuit boards and broken sunglasses and sell them at a vendor to get enough money to buy a gun. When you did that in DMZ, it just felt like, this is weird. Why am I finding USB sticks to sell? And I don't know. Not that the narrative or the
Photo
lore...
of a man.
Photo of cat is still in this one. So photo of cat is still here.
A classic.
And then, yeah, outside of that, it's about getting all of it, finding an exfil. There is a gas area in the middle of a map that randomly moves around and will expand after 20 minutes and push everyone to exfil points that you have to get a helo to get out of there. And unlike Josh, the dropping in enemies, which in DMZ, you'd call a chopper and suddenly just helicopters would just appear and start dropping dudes out of helicopters, which worked for the game, but also felt a bit like, well, that's convenient. Now you hit exfil and just zombies just go poof, and suddenly you are swarmed. And Josh, if you wouldn't mind scrubbing probably to the end of this clip or maybe a minute before the end of it, you'll see myself and Steph and Reese basically calling a few of them in to farm some rounds of zombies because it's just so fun to use the weapon that you've upgraded. Maybe a little bit further forward from here, sorry, dude, when we're back at that LZ. And it just... I mean, the game can't keep up, but it just gets hectic. And we had Pack-a-Punch weapons, we had Dragon Breath, we had Insta-Kill, we had all these bonuses and all this fun video game stuff just compiling up for the last round. It was brilliant.
It's interesting to see this, and I understand that you like the DMZ stuff and variation on it, Warzone and that kind of stuff.
Sure.
It just feels like COD has become variations on one idea. Like, the campaign is this.
Yes, and now Warzone is this.
Warzone is this.
Yes, and a lot of people are
DMZ is
hating...
Warzone is this.
Yeah.
Zombies is now this. And Zombies used to be a wave mode, and you love wave modes.
Correct.
This is not... This is a completely different thing.
It has a wave mode element to it.
Just then, when you call the shot, was that's the only time I've seen more than a couple of zombies on screen.
Yeah, sure.
Whereas it used to be about being swarmed and wave mode being like, are we going to survive to the next wave?
This does, as you go into those
Is there
extra
any of that?
as you go into those extra areas, and you might see, Josh, maybe you just have to scrub a few more. I'm so sorry to be specific, but there are more zombies I've seen on screen during the exfils and other moments of this than I've ever seen in a zombies mode in COD. They go Left 4 Dead level of just like, oh my god, how does the game keep up with this many on screen? Yeah, a little bit more. I think we just call. Yeah, actually, just watch from here. You'll see what happens. Yes,
totally, yeah. I think it's interesting. Like, I think this game had a really short dev cycle for a COD game, so I understand there were probably some concessions that they made in development to go, we need to make these things, so we'll make it the way that it can get made in this time, and there was still crunch. But I used to think of COD as this like really interesting package where I enjoyed playing the single player, I would dabble in the multiplayer, I would dabble in the zombies, but they were distinctly different things for distinctly different gamers, and you would get a different experience from them all. And that was a cool thing. I can't see buying Modern Warfare 3 for 3 versions of pretty much exactly the same thing.
Look, I totally get that point, and that's been a huge point of contention on the internet. People saying it is all amalgamizing, turning into the same type of game because there's success in Warzone, and then there's success in DMZ to an extent, and I agree. And it's weird that one of them, Warzone, is free to play, and this isn't. Like it's a different game, I get it, but it's on a similar style map with the same type of objectives, with the same exfil kind of thing, and this is part of the paid game. You need this for you need full paid for campaign multiplayer and zombies. Whereas this feels dangerously close to... Oh, Steph falls out here. It feels dangerous... We go and get it. Dangerously close to what Warzone is. So therefore, you could feel a little bit like this feels like a free game.
I think it's just... I think you're right in that they are just reacting to what's popular. And like, on one hand, it's annoying that they don't have delineation between these different things. But at the same time, if that's kind of where everyone's going, what they want to play... And because COD is released every year and they have the chance to like iterate on the same thing so often, I don't necessarily see it as a bad thing that they've just kind of gone all in on this idea at the moment just because that's what everyone wants to play. To me, when I played this, I can't believe I'm saying this, but after playing DMZ and kind of finding this unexpected joy in like open world battle royale sort of PvE, PvP games, I think maybe I kind of wanted a PvP version of this where it's like zombies, but it's still PvP, but it incentivizes squatting up more. I don't know. Like, I think
The Walking Dead.
Kind of, yeah.
Like DayZ, like any previous zombie game, I get it. There's no threat of, the real monsters are the humans.
Well, yeah, I think that's just like this, like, I felt awesome because I was like just shooting so much stuff and nothing was shooting back at me. And so I was just like so used to going into that world feeling so tense and stressed. And like, I think that, you know, when you go in with those missions and you have your 3 missions and then you have to exfil, that's because the structure of the game is that like, you're going to lose everything if you don't, you know, cut your losses and get out. So it kind of encourages you towards that. Whereas this, I think, is
there's
just...
a power fantasy to this
There's totally a power fantasy to this. It was very fun. It was crazy. All the power-ups and stuff that was happening. I was like, what is going on now? And like, there's Lilith and it's like, and bombs are dropping and the dragon breath and all that kind of stuff. And it was like, it was a lot. And I had a lot of fun with it and I'm definitely going to play it again. But I would just like, if I could craft my perfect COD, it would be this, but like with the PvP element that gives me like that like thrill of like, am I gonna die today?
I totally think it'd be a good reinvention. I think the thing is there is diehard zombie fans who have followed that more, like they are bigger fans of the zombies mode than they are of any other part of COD. And I think they recognize that and know that would turn against the actual core of what zombies is. That would be too much.
Maybe it could just be
a
a
mode. An option. Yeah, totally. I think it'd be fun. I'm not against it, but it was strange to drop into a match with Steph and I was like, and Steph, look, every blue dot here, friends to chat to and make friends with. And she's like, can I kill him? I was like, no. And she's like, can they kill me? I was like, no. She's like, oh. Okay. Kind of,
then why are they here?
Kind of think I want that now. I was like, all right, whatever your kink is, that's fine. But yeah, maybe it's something they'll turn on or they'll make an option. But yeah, I totally get your point. I'd love to play with you. I think you'll find it fun.
I think I would find it fun too.
Yeah.
I just find it fascinating that why do 3 pillars exist in that COD launcher when they're the same thing?
Because they're slightly different.
Yeah. And you can even ask the question looking
They're
at that COD launcher
just
going,
enough.
the fuck is this? Like, it's constantly having an identity crisis, trying to iterate, trying to sequelize, trying to resell a product.
Yeah.
I don't have too much sympathy for them, but I do get what position they are in just due to the creature they've made over the years of sequels and all that kind of stuff.
I haven't played Hunt Showdown, Scotty. I should
Hunt
try.
Showdown was great.
I know Geef plays that a lot, so
that was very cool.
I just think we need less launches.
Yeah, potentially.
Period.
Potentially.
Oh my god, I so agree.
Like
this one is particularly crap. And yeah, again, I do think a little part of me wants to bring more people in and it's not free. And I was even talking to Avexia last night. He's like, I'd like this. I'm like, it's full price. You need to join you need to buy the game.
Yeah.
The fishing mates, they're not playing it with me because they would have to buy another COD. And I was like,
oh my god, I bought the battle pass.
oh, fuck, Steph.
Why?
I don't know. I get sucked in by all the colours and stuff.
Because of this.
Boomers at the top down, they stay with the corner. Who's coming to the club, we be blazing up. Stacks on deck,
still
like saving
firing.
up.
incredible.
Yeah, that was that. Are you playing anything else?
Oh my gosh. So I have an update that I would like to share on my journey to try and get into this like top tier Red Dead Redemption roleplay server.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was COD not interesting?
Oh, well, I'm all done with the drawing, so we can have a look at it later. Yeah.
Okay.
So Wild IP is a server that I've been trying to get into. I think I mentioned last week in the show. It's a Red Dead Redemption roleplay server. I've been watching Middleditch, Thomas Middleditch, who was Silicon Valley actor, but he does a lot of improv stuff, and he streams on Twitch, and he mostly streams Red Dead Redemption roleplay. And he streams a lot on this server, and I've just really enjoyed watching him. You know, I don't watch a lot of Twitch, but I watch a lot of him specifically playing this game. And I had a brief kind of stint in GTA roleplay. Didn't really vibe with it, but I really think this is for me. But the process of getting into this server has been involved. I would say that the application process was more complicated and thorough than most jobs I've applied for.
Jesus.
Yeah, like it was a really informed application. Once I submitted the application, there is a kind of a level of acceptance you have to go through from that point, and then you have to do a voice interview in Discord.
In character?
I don't know. So this is I was unsure, but I got the message being like,
Howdy.
congratulations, you've made it through to the next round. And like I was submitting I wasn't submitting like character references, but I was showing like here are examples of my previous work and stuff. Like here are I'm a known Australian media personality. Like I was
Like now I'm going to use the clout that I've got to
oh
be
my
like,
gosh.
let
And
me.
then, but I had to type out some character stuff in the application, and then there was like a lot about stuff about rules, and then how would you react to this scenario, and what would you do in this case, and then things like weird, obscure, abstract stuff like what's your favorite dessert, and like how would you if you were a superhero?
I'm just fucking with you now.
Oh my gosh, it was so full on. So then so I got
What is your
through
favorite dessert?
Huh?
What is your favorite dessert?
I said lemon meringue pie. I panicked.
You don't believe that? I don't believe
I
that.
think that is your favorite
A citrus dessert
I do
for
love a
sure,
citrus dessert.
but lemon meringue pie.
It's in character.
I don't think
Basic pie, anything pie left on a window.
I don't think I have a favorite dessert.
I love how you
like
panicked
dessert in
and
general.
just said something that you didn't agree with.
Everyone does that in interviews.
Really? I'm always really honest in interviews.
I think
we know.
I think it was just because like I think if I said like I don't have a favorite dessert, I would hate that as an answer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's a shit.
I love
answer.
all of them equally. Shut up.
Yeah.
When have you used a dessert to show proof of your skill sets or whatever? They always ask that one. What is it? When have you problem solved
What
with a
about
dessert?
your favorite dessert makes you think you're a good candidate
Yeah.
for this
Oh,
job?
God.
What are your weaknesses?
So you haven't had the interview
So
yet?
I did. So I booked in for the interview, and I got sent through like this is how the interview's going to run and everything. I scheduled the time. So I turned up in Discord, and the guy that came in to meet me was like, "Hi, welcome. We're so excited that you have applied for the server." And he was clear he was reading from a script, but he was super friendly and lovely. And the script was like half a page of just like detailed information. This is what the server is about. This is the ethos of the server. This is how this interview is going to run. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. They're going to go like this. At this point in the interview, you're going to be asked to produce a monologue based around a prompt that I'm going to give you, and you will have 3 minutes to prepare.
And that would be in character.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then he was like, we don't record these sessions, so I will be taking notes throughout the interview. So if you hear me pause or be silent for any period of time, it's just because I'm writing down what I've said, because I'm going to present this to like the committee, who will then vote on whether
The
or not
gods of RP.
your application will be accepted. And I was just like, okay. So he went through. So like it was like I was sweating like a job interview where I felt like all the questions I was like, every answer I was like, that was so dumb. Why did I say that?
Far out.
Just felt like
Can you give us, not for entertainment purpose, like a tiny example of like a bit of model? Like, what did you?
Oh, I'm going to do the monologue.
Yeah. Can we, before we get to the monologue, rewind just a little bit for people who are not fully aware of what's happening here? Rockstar Games make a game called Red Dead Redemption 2. People start to role play online in it. This has happened for GTA as well. There is a third party that makes an official role-playing server. They own the server. They run the game on that server, and you need a license to join their server, which they distribute by. You have to get a license by doing this interview and being awarded one.
Yeah.
So that it's not just like you can go into the server list in Red Dead Redemption 2 and find this server. You need to get accepted, and there's a process. And there are people who are like making a living running these things who used to be bankers.
Yeah.
Are they making that money based on you pay for the license?
Well, sorry, I don't know that they
Okay,
are making
sure.
a living off this.
People donate like to
Okay,
the server,
yeah,
kind of like Patreon and stuff like that.
People, they can stream it, so you'll be able to potentially stream it.
I can stream it, yeah.
So we'll be able to see the fruits of your labors.
Totally,
Of like,
yeah, totally.
And I guess the last point of all of that is it's a quality control based on the fact that it is hardcore role playing to the point that there's barely any character breaking, and the idea is you live and breathe this world. When
There
you're...
is no character breaking.
So yeah, and it's like, which is the thing that always happens. Sorry, slips so quickly in games. It's like we're all doing this. Okay, fuck it. I just quickly shot you for fun. Haha. Shit night. Alt tab. Like it just happens too much in games that they have to be clearly this strict to keep people in line.
Chatter pointing out 5M and RedM are the two tools, I guess, server and rule sets. And Rockstar bought them because they've been so successful over the last decade.
Yeah, so it's basically like a modded version of the game that you have to run. And yes, the reason why the kind of application process is so strict is in part because of safety, because it's a role play scenario and people are kind of just free in a world and can do certain things to each other. The only way the game can function and that it can structure as any kind of realistic in-game society is if everyone agrees to abide by the same rules that are not necessarily able to be enforced mechanically by the game. Yeah. So like, for example, you can't just like, if someone ties you up, for example, you can't untie yourself.
Sure.
You have to be like, okay, I'm tied up. Like we have to role play ourselves out of the scenario.
Yeah.
You can't use out of game knowledge like us talking on Discord or watching someone on stream and being like, oh, I'm going to go find them in game.
Totally.
Your character lives in a world where they only know what they know.
To the point that characters, I believe, like everyone walks around. Like they don't just sprint around. Like when I've watched the GTA ones, it's like, I'm going to walk into my job as a police officer. They don't just run in, do the thing. They're like, they walk in and walk past the desk, and it's like, so the world, you are operating like NPCs almost, but with a conscience.
Yeah. And the thing that I found challenging, and that will be challenging with this as well when I was playing GTA, is that like, to understand the mechanics of how the game functions in terms of how you do things and stuff, you can't ask people what's the control for this, or what do I do for this, or how does that work? If you're really stuck and you need to ask someone how you do something, there's typically in-game kind of coded language around how you refer to things. Like, oh, I'm just having trouble opening this item, and somebody be like, yeah, I think, if you flex this, the T muscle, you might find a way that can open for you. Or people will refer to a storm rolling in if the server's going to reset. Or if you have to go AFK, you might just be like, oh, I've just got a really bad headache or something. I just need a minute.
Yeah.
And then people understand that they're going to be away from their PC.
I just need a ride for myself, just a moment.
Yeah. All of that kind of stuff.
Oh shit, the servers are shutting down.
So you cannot break character ever.
Amazing.
There's very strict rules around sort of safety and reporting and making sure that no one is making anyone feel uncomfortable or unsafe, and also just making sure that the rules of the role play are upheld. Yeah. Amazing. And then I think it's also just down to just people wanting to create an authentic world. And so because it's a sought after server, they can afford to be a bit picky.
Totally.
And they want to know that you're going to be able to role play out of scenarios using your acting or...
they want to know you can monologue.
Totally.
Stephanie?
Right. So he's gone and he's asked me all these different questions and, how would you respond to this scenario and what would you do in this situation? And I was like, okay, well, I guess I would take my gun and I would, do this thing. And then, I would hear him writing them all down. The silence afterwards, he'd write them all down. And then he was like, okay, we've now come to the portion of the interview where you will say your monologue. I'm going to set a timer for 3 minutes. And then I'll come back. And then basically you're away. He's like, you can play one character or you can role play multiple characters in this scenario. Your scenario is someone who's close to you has committed a crime and you need to convince them to either turn themselves in or flee.
Zoom in.
So I was like, okay.
Scene.
And obviously the different scenarios are so that you can't pre-prepare anything.
Yep.
So I had no way of pre-preparing for this. So I was like, okay. Billy. Billy, I know what you did. And listen, I would never tell anyone to turn away from the law, but Billy, I know that you were just trying to steal that medicine for those baby cougars. And And we had an attack in this town from those baby cougars because those baby cougars were trying to live. But you want baby cougars to live. And people don't understand because baby cougars are killers. But baby cougars are creatures of God. And you want them to live. So you stole that medicine for those cougars. And I know that. But this sheriff in this town, he's mean. He's real mean. And people respect him. So right now, if you want to see the light of day, you have to run into that sunset. You have to go and you have to run. But first you got to put on some different shoes, some smaller shoes, because your feet are so big. And if you run out of this town right now in those big shoes, they'll know it was you, Billy. They'll know it was you who ran. So you got to put on some little shoes. You got to squish those big feet into little shoes so that when you run out, they'll be like, that's a child or something. That's not Billy. And while you're away, I'll clear your name. I'll make sure everyone knows you took that medicine for those cougars. And they will know, Billy, they'll know your good name. And when you come back here a year from now, you can hold your head up high, knowing that what you did was right in your heart. Go, Billy. Run like the wind.
Those cougars are big now. They made it.
So then, silence. And I realize he's right down.
The cougar bit.
No, I'm sorry, it was medicine for cougars, I believe.
So I was like, I'm sorry, are you accurately describing my incredible southern accent for an Australian and the passion that I put into it? And he was like, yeah, no, I was going to say you sound like you're not American, but it was a great accent. And I was like, and are you writing that down?
Oh my God. Amazing. Well done.
Incredible stuff.
Oh, you're going to slip into
I
that
almost
server like a
started
warm
running
bar.
away.
It's so funny. So yeah. So he said that I would. He said that he had. He said if you are not accepted, you have. You can reapply within 30 days.
Yep.
And many people do. You're encouraged to. They give you a standardized list of reasons of why you may have been denied.
It's more than a job interview most of the time.
Yeah. But it's so that you have an opportunity to be like, okay, these are the things that I should probably work on without being super personalized.
Cougar
saying,
focused.
This is the specific reason. Yeah. Maybe rethink the cougars. We know that dessert wasn't your favorite.
You don't sound like you care about Billy that much.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So he was like, and then if you get through, then we'll let you know, and then you get opened up to the whole Discord.
And you're still waiting on that?
No, I found it the next day. I'm in, baby.
Yeah!
Good old Bethany Sue. Who are you?
My name is Winifred,
Of course, yeah.
which was it was actually my mum's name.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah. Well, her name was Wendy, but her mum, when she named her, was told that Wendy was a shortening of Winifred, which it's not. So my mum went by Wendy her whole life, but on her birth certificate it was Winifred. So I thought that was a cool old-timey cowboy name and a little nod to my mum.
And your uncle was a vet who actually stole medicine and for cougars.
For cougars.
Turns out the medicine, it's just ketamine.
Put those cougars.
Yeah.
Big ketamine.
Baby cougars, such a specific detail.
Yeah,
Wow.
I just watched a stream of Middleditch getting attacked by a cougar. Like, it was having a really heartfelt conversation with this girl on a ranch, and it was, that's it. And he just, like, immediately died.
Amazing.
It's so funny.
I guess,
What happens when you die in RP?
Someone will take, I think you get downed,
Yeah.
and then you have to get taken to a hospital.
You wake up in hospital.
I guess there is still
Yeah.
at the same time all those rock star
and people role play the medical
doctors,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
There are so many rockstar mechanics at play that people have highlighted in videos since Red Dead 2 dropped, which is like, hey, look what happens when you just stare at a stream. You'll see a big cattle come down and fish out a salmon or something. It's like, so those things can interrupt the role playing that is happening of like, I'm going to propose to you, Mary's, and the cougar. It's mainly cougar focused, I think.
That Red Dead 2 world is like one of the most
had too
spectacular
much
things.
detail
Game.
in it.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Amazing.
I've seen like there's train heists that can happen. Obviously, I've seen versions of it where they've done like a kind of a whodunit murder mystery kind of one shot on the boat. You know, that beautiful
paddle steamer?
the paddle steamer.
Yeah.
Cool.
We did. I love that while that was all happening and you were regaling us before, the footage that Josh had up on screen was just 3 cowboys at a lamppost
for 12 hours.
for 20 minutes. And
Yeah.
it was like, that's the game.
Middleditch. That was one of Middleditch's videos.
Of course,
You
that's
couldn't
what
see him
happens.
over the pip, but yeah.
Yeah, but you'd
Yeah.
have conversations. So,
It's great. And although like the law enforcement positions are the ones that are most sought after
course.
because obviously you have to be a respected member of society and everyone knows you, but also you're then involved in the most role play scenarios because it's a needed job that you're constantly going out and investigating
It's
things.
like people want to be the cops in the GTA.
Yeah,
vibe
totally.
server.
Yeah.
When are you diving in?
Yeah.
Well, I've spent the last week just trying to get my head around just getting the game running, because not only is it like they have their own specific launcher that you run, and then that will load up Red M, which then connects to the original copy of the game. And then in order to use voice, you have to use this specific version of TeamSpeak from like 4 years ago, like a very specific version. And then there's a specific plugin for TeamSpeak that is like 3 years old that has to work in conjunction with that 4-year-old version.
You're a modder now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's like so specific. And
We'll move on, but I do remember seeing people playing GTA role playing and then hit the button that brought that thing up, and I was like, oh fuck. It's like really unglamorous, but it was very detailed in the way you could tinker with a lot of systems that were in the game. So I imagine there's
it
some
felt
of that
super
too.
dodgy, but now that Rockstar owns it, I think it makes everyone feel a lot safer.
I can't wait for you to report back on some of even the most mundane day in that game will be more interesting than like some of the other stuff.
It's nerve-wracking because you kind of just have to put yourself out there, but
you got to keep that monologue energy going for like a whole play session. Good luck.
Yeah,
exhausted.
I'm excited. I think it'll be good.
Nice. Peter, do you want to round us out? What have you been playing?
Yeah, I might be very brief and talk about it in a bit more detail next week.
Okay.
'Cause, we're going a bit long, and I've only played a couple hours of this thing. It's called Lethal Company, and it is an overwhelmingly positively received game on Steam right now. It is in early access. And it is in a Phasmophobia style, a cooperative horror experience where you play as a team of scavengers who land on moons to gather resources to take back to the Lethal Company and sell those resources. And there's basically a progress system built in earning enough credits through doing your job that you will be able to upgrade your ship, get better gear to take out to scavenge better on the next round. We're basically reenacting the Spider-Man meme there. I was with Avexia, Eva Ray, and Bishop on this scavenging expedition.
Spider-Man!
Spider-Man?
Oh, it's Spider-Man!
Spider-Man. Yeah, lovely. It's a delightful game. It's built by a young dev who was a Roblox developer, making third-party apps in Roblox.
Awesome.
And found some success doing that, and has had huge success already with this. I'll go into detail on it next week, and I'm going to play a bit more. But basically, the game is broken into windows of 3 days where you need to acquire a certain amount of scrap to sell. And if you succeed at that, you basically level up your character and level up your ship and go out on deeper expeditions. And the beautiful part of why this all works is that it's horrific in here. There's a great proxy chat set up. People will be with you, and then their voice will just disappear.
Yeah.
And you're like,
I love
hello?
that.
And then you're alone in the dark in a complex, and you're like, it's all over, guys.
Is the threat a surprise, or can you spoil that for us?
The threats are sometimes like paranormal, but mostly paranormal in the sense that they're not Earth creatures.
aliens.
Yeah. But they move through space and time in like a sci-fi way, as opposed to them being just big monsters.
Yep.
And
but there are plenty of monsters.
is there social deduction to this, or is this just
No.
Phasmophobia
This is
type?
cooperative, and you're all working towards the same goal.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
cool.
This is visually incredible. I love the look of it.
Yeah.
It looks so cool.
It's got a very cool look and plays with light in an interesting way.
Is it properly scary?
Yeah, it's the.
Is there a creature?
Yes. There are many creatures, and it depends on what planet you land on or moon you land on.
Final question. No form of defense? Like it is literally just...
You can get a shovel. There are deeper into the game. I'm nowhere near this. You can get and like you can whack things away with a shovel.
Yep.
And I think just by looking at some monsters, you scare them away, and they tuck back around the corner. It's all very, very
Hate being
creepy.
perceived, yeah.
It does have deeper in the tools list that I'm nowhere near being able to afford. Some things that sound like they're sci-fi guns or weapons.
Traps and...
Yeah, there's definitely traps and things that you can
okay,
use to help like yourself get away. But there's carrying like two-handed things. They're usually worth a lot more, and that slows you down. And there's a bunch of that risk reward built in already to this early access game, been out for 3 weeks, and hundreds of overwhelmingly positive.
Okay, yeah.
Crank the volume. Crank the volume.
Oh fuck! I can't handle that. It's like a tick.
Sorry, listen. Just jump back 10 seconds.
So I'm assuming if it's on his face, mods his voice.
So the proxy voice chat he has.
I love this.
It's on fucking.
None of us had a shovel or anything to help him. We just had to watch the poor man suffocate to death.
It's basically like, hold on, try to like.
Yeah, it's literally his voice, everything he was saying. Someone just said, there's a spider, and now everyone's gone. I'm running around like terrified.
Oh my
I can see a
God.
bit of web there, but everyone disappeared in like 5 seconds.
Oh my
But
God,
anyway,
that is
we
equal
can-
parts like, hilarious and horrifying.
we can
Oh
still-
my
we can
God.
It's,
Totally.
It's really, really brilliant. And yeah, I played a couple of hours and have started to get a sense of the progression, and it's really cool. I think you would really enjoy it, and I think you'd get a kick out
Yeah,
of it. for
cool.
sure,
I'm
yeah.
keen. I love the idea of group panic. Because
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what it was. Like, you
Yep.
fell apart in seconds.
Yeah,
'cause
you
something
all
went-
went, oh my God, bye.
Oh my God, I want to watch that again because it's funny, but I also want to throw up a little bit. Like,
No, I found a honey ant in my bed the other night, and I thought it was a bull ant because it was 1:30 in the morning, and I just felt something on my arm.
oh my
You should
God.
not play this. You should not play this game.
Stream game absolutely is a stream game.
Yeah,
I think
I'd
this
be
will
keen to play
quite
that.
popular.
One last question: is it if one of you dies, how long are you out for? Like,
So because it's broken up into, it's basically until you get back to the ship and you take off. So you miss a phase basically
Okay.
of a match. Let's
Yeah,
call
sure.
it. A match
Sure.
is broken into days and
Probably pump you out of a clone machine or something. It's
yeah,
sci-fi.
you wake up fine, but you lose
in your
points for
belly button.
losing heroes out in the scavengers out in the field.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, $14.50. It's like a very
We should
affordable,
definitely do a stream of
fun
that.
little
I'd
game.
love to try that out.
So
Yeah, we could do like a
Um,
community game night one.
yeah.
We definitely should.
that into it.
That's Lethal Company.
Lethal Company.
Lethal Company. Steph, you're playing a bit of Red Dead still because auditioning.
Yeah.
We played a little bit of COD Zombies. We're going to play some more?
Yeah.
We're going to use that card again. Come on.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I spend so much money on skins. I gotta get my money.
We'll play more of that and Ruby Gubbins.
Gubbins, baby.
Gubbins, baby. Those are the games we were playing. We're going to do something a little bit different after the break, so stick around right after this.
You know, my cousin got sick and the hospital bills are through the roof. It really got me thinking, if I ever got sick, what are we doing to protect our future and the future of our family?
That's an understandable fear. And I think we should do one simple thing, and that's contact the Learn Programming Academy.
Okay, I was thinking we would get life insurance.
Get your exclamation mark Tims out in the chat because over 1 million people trust Tim from the Learn Programming Academy to deliver high quality, quick, and affordable tutorials on how to code. And they're all videos, so you don't even need to know how to read. I know I can't.
But I'm worried about dying.
We all are. So why not live forever by coding a robot to transplant your old, disgusting organs for fresh new ones while you sleep? I'm sure it's possible.
I don't think it is.
Well, that's because you're stupid and you haven't contacted the Learn Programming Academy.
What the fuck did you just say to me?
The Learn Programming Academy. You'll give it a C++.
Have you done the orange in the shower thing? I know this is like an old thing now.
Like
but
eating an orange in the shower?
yeah, because like you just get the orange in the shower and you can just rip into it like a beast. Because you're in the shower, it doesn't matter if you're getting juice all over you, and then all the citrus gets in all the steam. It's about this experience of getting to rip into food like some kind of unshackled by the reality of the world.
I've done that once, but I don't think I did it as having the act in my mind as something that is regularly done. I did it because I was really depressed.
Oh, okay.
I was in a really weird place and I was just like, you know what? what? I can do anything. And I did.
Like, I'm already at the bottom. What's a shower?
Yeah.
What's an
orange in the shower?
What's orange in the shower going to do?
And cheese.
Oh, that was terrible.
Nah. Should we film an ad?
Hello, welcome back to the show, and welcome, Scardy. Welcome to this end of the
Here
round.
she is. What a good girl.
We saw a beautiful word from the sponsor there from Brisbane Pocketeers. Always getting together, always having meetups at Brisbane Pocketeers.
When are they not hanging out?
It's lovely to see.
They should make custom T-shirts together.
The Bromigos.
The
of Brisbane.
The Bromigos.
It's Jep as well. We saw a word from It's Jep, and we saw the ad for Tim.
Tim.
On a beach with a margarita somewhere. And a promo for our socials. Ben is doing wonderful work on our socials, as are we. It's a team effort. So please check out our socials and share them.
I know they don't get great numbers, but it's my favorite thing creatively for me and Will to put the little podcast grabs from Ruby and just grab stuff from from media, mixed media, and put them together. It's just my favorite way to express myself. It's like using
Simpsons quotes.
using Simpsons quotes in a visual method.
That's the only way you
Sorry,
express
are you
yourself.
saying that you're kind of like Bumblebee the Transformer?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Amazing.
That's a great parallel.
Yeah.
And of course, Tim, our pocket business partner, Tim.
The other Tim, the younger Tim.
Younger Tim.
If you want to
Timothy
go into
Chu.
business, go into business with a younger Tim.
Because the other one's retired. But Timothy Chu is not. Timothy Chu is still offering generous technology services for software development, analytics services, bespoke AR and VR experiences, and Twitch integration. You can reach out to Tim at atimothy.xyz or visit atimothy.xyz to see some of Tim's fine work and get yourself an AR or VR experience. Because that's what we're all about these days.
Or both. I bet he does a package.
Yeah, maybe
if you want both.
If you pay the IP fee, you could get Bumblebee Gus
If you
driving around your living room.
Who wouldn't want that? Making Simpsons quotes and probably saying things that you shouldn't say in
I
public.
feel like we already get that.
You guys get that, but no one else does. If you would like that, hey, Timothy's your man.
Absolutely. We've got a really fun segment coming up, and it is thanks to Elgato, who have sponsored this segment of tonight's show around a new product that they have, which is very, very cool. We're going to be checking out the Elgato Prompter in a segment we're calling News to Me.
What scared him?
The news.
The news.
It just arrived.
Yeah.
The news just arrived. This just in.
This just in.
So yeah, the Elgato Prompter is a new device from Elgato. Elgato have been a really impressive prosumer marketing equipment team in the streaming space. We use in a studio with a bunch of really professional gear, like high-end gear. We use a bunch of Elgato tools in here.
It's like they've managed to take, the high-end tech stuff, and by making it prosumer, it then finds its way back to the high-end user who go, this is actually a really straightforward, simple way to do the thing we do really technically. So
it's better than a lot of gear that is worth
Totally.
10 times the amount.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of people, the Stream Deck is kind of the main point of call for a lot of people in streaming.
Josh has 4 of them on
Josh has
his
got the massive ones there. All those little light up buttons you're seeing down there. That's the Stream Deck, which is super useful if you're a streamer. And as is that product. As is this product, I should say.
This product, the Prompter. And, Prompter technology is something that we're familiar with at working in television for a long time.
Strange peppered past. Or
Years of experience at the ABC trying to make the best of, I would say, a piece of equipment from the 70s.
Oh, it was old school.
It was like the font and it was like a CRT type looking thing.
It was
with
the chunky one that used to have to be mounted on a ped, which was the big wheelie cameras in studios.
Oh my gosh.
And it was a solid rig. It had a lot of extra. The problem with a lot of prompters is they're using mirrored glass, and so they have to stop any external light coming in. So there's all these like bits of fabric and stuff. And then you need someone with like a plugged-in system. I think it even had the DV cables.
So it had
an old laptop.
So the old one, and
right.
again, we're talking about what Elgato are replacing here is there was a whole road case full of a massive monitor, the big piece of glass to bounce the light, and an IBM laptop with a massive silver dial that would control the auto cue. So you had an operator running the auto cue.
Yep.
Basically, all of that is gone with the prompter, which is
basically all of that was gone in the 70s.
but it's not. But that gear is still used today in studios in 7, 9, the ABC, SBS. That gear is still current. Yeah. And is totally inaccessible for people at home who read a lot of scripts. You know, it's more and more common for people to be making content out of their own homes who don't have space to have that much equipment. And
there hasn't been huge advances in it either, because we often, as a production crew, get people and clients come in and be like, can we have this on auto cue? We're like, we don't have an auto cue, and not because we don't want one, it's because there's not really a cheap enough option that is actually good at being quick, malleable, and good at being able to be legible for someone who hasn't used an auto cue before.
Totally.
They're serious rigs. You've asked for ages, and we're like, Steph, we don't have one.
I know. It would just have made life so much simpler if we'd had one earlier.
Absolutely.
And the thing is, like, a lot of people will just load a script onto an iPad, but then your eye line is in the wrong spot. Even if you put it right next to the camera lens, you can see that your eyes are not looking.
Super quickly point that out.
if you roll the trailer, Josh, what the prompter is a really light piece of gear. It is a monitor with the glass attached to it, and a single USB-C cable that drives the whole thing. It acts as a secondary display for anything that you plug it into, a laptop or your PC. It becomes a new display that Windows can see. So you can put anything on it. It just becomes another monitor.
And again, anyone who's on the total layman's term here, the idea is the camera is behind it, so the center of the screen you're looking at is actually a camera, so your eye line stays basically spot on with the lens, and it looks like you're making contact with it, and you're not thinking or like pulling lines out of nowhere. Or, as I said, an iPad to the left of a camera turns your whole head like 10 degrees. You can tell.
Yeah.
You can't look down the camera convincingly without a teleprompter.
Yeah. And I'm so sorry. I
interrupted you.
I know, and it's gone.
This is in the script, by the way, on the prompter.
We're not using a prompter, so this is what happens when you don't have one. If we had one in front of us, it comes with a bunch of adapters, so it basically works with everything. You can put your phone in it, and there's a mount for your phone.
Peter likes cameras, and he made a noise that is a genuine when it turned up for all the adapters.
Impressed, right? So there's things that you can put lighter mirrorless cameras and position them correctly, because you want to position it in the middle, basically, the lens in the middle of the whole piece of glass. And I was like, I wonder how it works for higher end cameras where, they're used to having that older tech and having solutions that were very cumbersome but worked for what it is. This comes with, for anyone who uses stills lenses, you'll know you've got a screw on the inside of the lens itself, the front of the lens, that you can screw in any kind of lens adapter,
ND
a UV
filters.
protection, ND filter. It comes with one of those that will go into your lens. It's just a piece of plastic, and it screws right in there.
So it sits on the lens.
It is
on
attached
the
to the
camera.
lens.
It's that lightweight.
This thing is
freaking weird.
This thing is light enough that it sits just.
Do you want to go show it
flush
off?
on the top? Well, yeah. I mean, if we cut to is the DSLR on at the moment? You can see in the distance there, off on the right of frame, that is a script there. that is an FS7 with a stills lens on the front of it, and the Elgato prompter is right on the front of it all. It's just sitting on top of the lens.
That's crazy.
It's very, very tidy, and it's we've used it at this distance, which is about 2.5-3 meters. We're going to use it up there soon at a distance of about 1.5 meters, and that's a really sweet size. But because of the way that it's built, you can have it half a meter in front of you on your computer desk and
Adjust the text size and all that kind of stuff as well.
You can make all the adjustments.
Do you know what I want to use it for?
Yeah.
I want to get one and put it on so when I do Zoom calls, I can just barrel them the whole time. I want to intimidate.
What a
No.
I want to flare.
I
This
love
is the
looking
play.
directly at the camera.
Remember,
because I could put their face there is what I would do. Like
yes,
that's the
exactly.
monitor.
Or you could put your own face there.
Even better. I'll just have a stare off with myself.
Yeah, as a reminder, maybe if we jump in, I'll show you a little bit about what the software side of things does. So that's the hardware. The software side of things, you can see it is built into the Elgato Camera Hub, which is a piece of software that's been around for a while, and the prompter is now a tab in the Camera Hub. Right at the top, we'll show that you can just show a display. So you can treat this thing as a secondary display and push anything to it. We've got Twitch chat can be baked into it. So you can, for streamers, that's a great little thing to just put your chat right in front of your lens. So if you're in a moment where you're having conversation with your chat, it's just right in your lens.
That would make so much more sense.
Tonight, though, we're going to be spending some time with the text because we've devised a little bit of a game, news to me, in and around this cool piece of tech that we have. So we've written some scripts that Ruby has written for the three of us, and I've written for Ruby. Some news stories, hot off the press. And we're each going to take a turn as news readers, as news anchors in the News to Me studio.
Okay, of course.
Reading off the prompter and stories that we've never seen before. Because that's how it works in the newsroom. They haven't necessarily read everything that needs to be put out. So
I guess potentially not, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, typically they'll have a pass.
Yeah.
They'll have a pass.
We'll skim it.
But this is coming in so hot off the press.
And by like veteran end of Good Game days, you'd never skim the script. Or you do a quick read, you do a table read, but then...
Yeah, you do one kind of pass through it and then you would kind of go just to see if there were any things that punctuation-wise you needed to sort of fix up.
But we should point out that, we're going to do that, which means that we haven't seen the words, so our performances are in no way a reflection of the product. They are, we're going to have controls, or Pete, you'll have control. You can go up first.
Sorry, and just saying really quick, because a few people think that we're using that one that showed up on the prompter. You probably saw a hard drive article there. That's not what we're doing.
We're not going to read that. We're not going to read the hard drive article. That is obviously we love hard drive, and we wanted to have something up there and not spoil our own scripts for us. Yep. So Josh put those up before while we were reahrsing, so we could. But you can edit that text on the fly. It's super simple, which is awesome.
Yep. Jump in and set it up. But essentially. We are going to sit down and be news anchors for a news article about a game. We don't know what the story is, what the game we're talking about is. We're going to have to be classic news anchors on the fly and just kind of be confident. We will have control of the actual of the prompter itself using one of the Elgato accessories, which Pete will show off shortly when he's
We sure
in the
do.
studio.
We have a Stream Deck Plus here, which has the dials on it,
so
which is
dapper,
super
guys.
fancy.
Yep.
And there is Camera Hub control for the prompter built into this, so we can hit play on our script, we can scroll through it, we can scroll back up.
Nice.
We can change the font size if we need to, and the scroll speed as well. So a bunch
Something that took tens of minutes at Good Game when we're like, can we make it bigger? And it was like, you
The
hear
answer
someone
was
go,
usually,
Oh my God.
can we not?
Oh my gosh, yeah. It was such a slow process. I love that. I bought that Elgato Plus, Stream Deck Plus
with the knobs.
As soon as they released it, because I just could not wait. And you can also, they're like super aesthetic, and you can put all kind of like screensavery things on them. There's like a bar across it, and you can I put SCARTI on there.
Of course.
Yeah. It's awesome.
But of course, we're not here for the Plus.
No.
Sorry.
Should we cross to the new? So should we? If you're prepared and you have your story booted up.
I think that is happening now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We're going to cross from the Back Pocket studio to the News to Me newsroom. So we can just be essentially data. Oh, what are we? We're morning TV hosts with the fun laid back news.
Yeah.
We just reviewed a celebrity chef. We made fun of the weather with the guy in the flowery shirt.
Sure. But we're now cutting to a serious
But then news
serious
does
news
break
bulletin.
and we have to go to that. So how close are we to that?
I've got my script up.
Oh!
Breaking news.
Good evening. My name is Brian Henderson, and this is News to Me. Tonight, we bring you a groundbreaking story that has the potential to redefine the boundaries of human exploration and usher in a new era of interstellar travel.
Oh, I flubbed already.
Reports have emerged of intergalactic events captivating the world with their promises of boundless adventure and discovery beyond the confines of Earth. Our team has diligently been investigating this extraordinary phenomenon, and we have gathered exclusive details to share with you. And here they come. Over the past week, a series of inexplicable occurrences have taken global community by storm, raising questions about the possibility of uncharted frontiers and distant celestial bodies awaiting exploration. Reports from various regions have surfaced detailing unconfirmed sightings of colossal spacecraft and celestial anomalies.
Is this just words to try and trip him up?
Witnesses have described seeing awe-inspiring spaceships soaring across the night sky of the planet
No.
Agamemnon Ranacorophoba Stellus Metriatron. Their colossal frames adorned with intricate details and propelled by advanced propulsion systems that defy our current understanding of aerospace technology.
What a pro.
Some accounts even suggest that these vessels emanate a powerful energy, hinting at the existence of a civilization beyond our wildest imagination.
Wow.
That was my wildest imagination. One person claiming to have worked on these spaceships for a short period had this to say: "Too much, isn't it?" Whatever happened to just a big green button that says go? And all these upgrades. I'm so tired.
You're still tired.
I'm tired. Christ, I'm so tired.
Yes.
Upon providing this statement, a second person began to walk directly at us without saying anything. In addition to these sightings, astronomers and amateur stargazers alike have reported detecting unusual fluctuations in the fabric of space-time, hinting at the presence of enigmatic cosmic phenomena that challenge conventional scientific explanations.
Mike, this is the worst.
The emergence of these anomalies has prompted a surge of interest among experts in the field, with many advocating for further investigation into the nature of these cosmic riddles.
It's exhausting.
Furthermore, whispers of a clandestine organization
Oh my
dedicated to unraveling the mysteries of these phenomena have begun to circulate, sparking rumors of a secretive quest for knowledge and discovery. While the existence of this organization remains shrouded in secrecy, speculation regarding its motives and objectives continues to fuel public intrigue and fascination.
And in lighter news,
one of the key players in this organization is reportedly an individual called Rick the Dick Erectus, a former space miner for Argos extractors. Sources close to Erectus describe him as rude and bloodthirsty.
He is, yeah.
With some also accusing him of trying to anything that walks. He is regularly followed around by a loud, blonde, and allegedly annoying individual. As the global community grapples with the implications of these events, space agencies and astrophysics research institutions have embarked on collaborative efforts to monitor and analyze the celestial phenomena, seeking to unravel the enigma of these otherworldly occurrences.
Oh my gosh.
Advanced telescopes and satellite arrays have been deployed, scouring the cosmos for any clues that may shed light on the nature of these anomalies and their potential implications for humanity's understanding of the universe. Of our pale blue dot.
don't ad-lib.
With the world eagerly awaiting further developments, the prospect of venturing beyond the confines of Earth's atmosphere has ignited a renewed sense of wonder and curiosity, uniting people from all walks of life and their shared fascination with the unknown. As discussions surrounding the implications of these events continue to unfold, experts and enthusiasts alike remain optimistic about the potential for mankind to expand its horizons and journey into the far reaches.
Oh, it's not over. Wow.
While many questions remain unanswered, one thing is certain. The events unfolding before our eyes have sparked a collective yearning for exploration and discovery, reminding us of the boundless possibilities that await us in the vast expanse of the cosmos. This concludes our special report. Stay tuned as we bring you the latest updates on this captivating saga. And if you have any information that could contribute to these ongoing discoveries, you can get in touch with us at contact@constellationnews.com. The following report will now be translated into Martian.
Wow.
Yay!
Well done.
Slow news week, hey buddy.
Incredible.
That was the wordiest, most convoluted thing I have
Props
ever
to Chat
heard.
GPT for that one.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know you could say the same thing over and over again without actually saying the same thing for so long.
So wait,
My jaw was giving out.
You were doing so well.
My jaw gave up.
what was the game?
It was
Starfield.
Oh yeah.
Obviously.
The annoying blonde? Come on.
Someone walking directly into you and not saying anything. You could say that about any business.
That's true. That's true. Oh, solid work.
Wow.
How do you
that
feel?
was so good. I can't I feel like I can make words sound reasonably natural, but if two words start with the same letter, I'm like, oh, that's a tongue twister.
Well, I don't think I can get.
There's honestly no way I would have been able to get a line of that out had it not been in front of my
Rolling.
eyes.
Yeah.
It makes it really easy.
Celestial that many times. But
Yeah,
I think three times
celestial,
celestial and you're broken.
celestial.
You're like, no, can't do that.
Wow.
Well done.
Yeah, that felt great.
I thought you were going to say, and I couldn't have done it without the power
Without
of
the power.
Oh, yeah.
And that was news to me.
All right, who else wants to go?
Ruby.
Oh, shit.
Ruby,
All
let's
right.
go.
All right.
Do you need the glasses?
No one else needs
You've
the
got your
glasses.
own.
Can I point out, longtime fans of me will remember these glasses from a long time ago. And I got sick of them, so I just popped the glass out so Pete could have a pair. So,
Yeah. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
that. I appreciate that. You used to look really good in these as well.
I used to. And then I had to upgrade to the big, chunky ones.
We had a whole thing about glasses and Peter, didn't we? I think
Yeah,
don't
we
know
put him.
that.
He looks good in most of them. I think, and he's got a good face for him. And I now think he's at the age where he's in denial. We were all there.
I
He's
know.
like,
I'm with you. I reckon I could go. But I think I'll go there and I'll be like, my eyesight's not what it used to be, and they'll be like, it's still 2020.
that's what
No,
I got
you can
told.
be better than 2020.
That's what I got told. I went to get laser eye surgery and they said that my eyes were still 20/20, but I was like, but I know they've gotten so much worse. And they're like,
Yeah.
it's because they were higher than that before.
we're getting.
That was a lot of fun. I've written this one for Ruby.
Okay.
I feel like Ruby might get the game reasonably quickly and understand the story. But
How sweaty you are.
Ruby is the only person in this room appropriate to tell this news story as well.
Oh,
so
sure.
I'm
Okay,
glad we
cool.
have Ruby, our anchor, in here tonight.
Should we cross live to her?
Well, I believe that's not my name, actually.
Apologies.
Oh, okay.
Apologies.
Yeah.
You-
Okay.
Good evening, viewers. I'm Pepper Crunch Bamblebrock, and this is news to me. Low attention span gamers will be lining up today to drop into a returning classic. Aging fans are calling it a true return to form, while its detractors have the following to say. Boomer Map sucks! We cross now live to me with more. Thanks, me. Grab your reusable shopping bags because after a hiatus of at least 2 weeks, millions of players have hopped on the bus to swarm back to Retail Row. While returning interest has caused a significant bump in activity, reception of this retrofit of game design has divided the player base into distinct age demographics. According to News to Me sources, conflict is imminent. We must disclose that these are the sources who make YouTube videos based on the morally bankrupt pressures of an algorithm that promotes the sowing of hate and distrust. And so, with an unavoidable clash on the horizon, we speak to the members on both sides of the reintroduction of this classic feature. One excited gamer left their knee replacement surgery and stumbled home to join the online sensation. As they hopped past our reporter, they said that they haven't been this excited to be a part of the global phenomenon since I watched the final episode of Seinfeld go to air. What's the deal with nostalgia? Another keen customer confessed that they alt-tabbed out of a spreadsheet tracking their daily vitamin intake to boot up the game and participate in the online festivities.
Amazing.
They were later admitted to the ICU after suffering a severe krill oil deficiency. Of course, it's not all fun and games. The Australian Bingo Council has closed facilities around the country reporting a legs 11 percentage drop in attendance. The ABC are attributing this slump in geriatric engagement to the return of the OG map. While these reports of eager participants tally into the hundreds of thousands, it still appears to be a fragmented initiative. On the contrary, the new/old maps detractors around the map/globe appear to have amassed at specific youth venues dotted around towns and cities. When News to Me approached the local primary school to get statements from the students, we were asked to respect the confines of our restraining order.
Oh, wow.
However, we did manage to pilfer a series of finger paintings which articulated the frustration of young gamers. One index finger has scrawled the following few words. Doesn't hit the same. Translated by our News to Me staff, the sentiment of this statement is that the old map does not serve Riz and is instead giving cringe. Another more obtuse figure artwork was presented as a family portrait of characters that are just big round heads with arms and legs protruding directly from the centre mass of head. Observed closely, the downturned mouth suggests a deep sadness as a direct return of the old. As a direct result of the return of the old map. While News to Me did not attain the rights to show this art, I will demonstrate that sadness for you now. We'll bring you more as it develops or regresses over the coming seasons. For now, this has been News to Me. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Well done.
All of the
All right.
stage directions in that were very funny.
Well,
serving cringe. I
Serving cringe,
I don't get
yeah.
it was serving
Yeah.
cringe.
I don't
Oh,
get
it was
it.
giving cringe. It was giving cringe.
Giving
I can't remember what I wrote.
I felt particularly attacked.
Do you remember what you said? And do you remember what it's about? That's the thing I came away with. I was like,
I blacked out.
yeah. I
Yeah.
was just like,
That-
I was
that's-
just reading.
That's
Yeah.
kind of it. Yeah, you do read and then you walk away from it. It's different from reading silently to yourself because you'd be retaining it. But reading out loud with performance, the second it's gone, you're like, I blacked out. What was that
Yeah,
about?
like
Totally.
see,
Yeah,
the thing is,
it's the FU San Diego joke, but it's true. You
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
keep
the
track of
problem
it.
is that I was it wasn't me up there. It was Bendelbrook Gongos.
It was like-
And
Yes.
I
Yeah.
wasn't there.
Do I have
Yeah.
a name?
Oh, I reckon you
I think
do.
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
you knew the story though. No?
Wait, really?
Again, you didn't process. Like I only like I was halfway through my script and I was like, oh yeah, what am I talking about? Starfield.
Yeah, right.
But yeah,
I mean, my thoughts were either Fortnite or Among Us.
yeah, it's the return of the
OG
original Fortnite
Yeah.
map.
yeah.
And there's a lot of
sure.
conversation online about how the people that played
Yeah.
Fortnite in the early days are very excited, and
Yeah.
of course geriatric.
Absolutely.
geriatric
And then on the
gamers at
other
this
hand,
point.
you're putting out your gout for the Rizzler. Are you Skibbity?
I'm Skibbity.
Are you Phantom Tax?
I think I'm
There we
Famil
go.
Tags. Yeah, I think I am.
Cool. Okay, great.
Is that the correct thing to say?
Oh, you're not Phantom Tax.
Oh no.
I think you're more Skibbity.
Okay, I'm Skibbity. I'm a bit
Yeah.
of both. You know, some days you're Phantom Tax and some days you're Skibbity.
Yeah. Anywho.
Josh knows what you're talking about, so I
Yeah.
assume it's okay.
Is it?
It's not a point of pride that I know what you're
Okay,
talking
okay,
about. Let me
okay.
tell you that.
Do you like the jacket?
It's nice.
It gives you power,
it's
doesn't
really
it?
nice.
Gives
Yeah.
you power.
I like.
got structure in the
I might
shoulders.
suggest.
Was I okay up
lift
there?
it.
I
You were
honestly
great.
couldn't.
You were great. Yeah, can you read it without the glasses? Because I can give you these fakies.
Why does he?
Good in these.
Because the light reflection gets keyed out.
Oh,
Oh,
T.
of course. Yeah.
So if we can do it without, we should. But people need to wear glasses.
I
There he is, looking good. That's you in your element, though. Look at
wow.
Yeah,
Ron
you
Burgundy.
just
Alright.
look like you.
I just look like me. All
That's a
right.
throwback for sure.
Ready when you are. I'm going to hit play when you go.
Peak Gus.
We cross live now to the newsroom with an emergency update.
Good evening, viewers. I'm Jessica Rowe, and this is News to Me. In an extraordinary turn of events, the quiet waters off the coast have become the location of ongoing chilling encounters between a seasoned fisherman and a series of unsettling otherworldly creatures. So you get there, you fix it. Reports have surfaced of courageous mariner called Graham Grubb, whose routine fishing trips aboard his trusty tugboat have led him to uncover a world of eldritch horrors lurking beneath the ocean surface. What began as a routine day at the sea for Mr. Grubb, quickly turned into a nightmare straight out of a Lovecraftian tale. Grubb, a weathered veteran of the seas, was left dumbfounded as he hauled in a net teeming with mutated eldritch abominations, their alien forms defying all natural laws, and striking fear into the hearts of even the most seasoned sailors. In a statement, Mr. Grubb recounted the harrowing ordeal, describing the ghastly creatures as something out of a horror story, with twisted bodies and unnerving luminescent eyes that seemed to pierce the very soul. Probably didn't need to smile for that. He went on to express his disbelief at the unnatural mutations plaguing the once abundant fishing grounds, lamenting the disturbing turn of events that has threatened the livelihood of many hardworking fishermen in the region. Crank it up. Speechlessly, Mr. Grubb also proceeded to imitate how some of the creatures looked at and acted, doing the following. Make one arm go... No, stick...
Amazing.
However, amid the looming dread, an
The hair still
unexpected...
stayed on point.
I know.
An unexpected twist has emerged in the sinister tale. The mutated fish, while unsettling in appearance, have caught the attention of gourmet seafood enthusiasts, with reports indicating a surge in demand and market value for these mysterious catches. The bizarre and exotic nature of these eldritch creatures has sparked culinary craze as daring chefs and adventurous food connoisseurs clamour to get a taste of the unknown. At the bustling fish market, delighted customers shared their enthusiasm for the mutated catch, praising the unique flavours and textures and that set these eldritch horrors apart from their more conventional counterparts. One enthusiastic customer raved, "The flavour is unlike anything I've ever tasted. I haven't been able to pass a solid stool since the beginning to gorge myself on these flakes. But at least when I have the runs, I can run right back to the fish markets to get more."
Oh my God.
Another customer echoed similar sentiments, expressing his admiration for the fisherman's resilience in the face of mysterious and potentially perilous catches. "This brave man is bringing us a taste of the unknown, and I, for one, am grateful for his courage and dedication to his craft," he remarked. The same customer now has a third arm growing from his chest, which he states has made certain things in life a lot easier. Before winking at me and doing a certain motion with his hand that we cannot recreate here on television. However, one psychologist has suggested that the fisherman could be at risk of serious mental trauma. The human mind is inherently vulnerable to the effects of encountering the unknown and incomprehensible experiences of encountering eldritch horrors. Encountering eldritch horrors can evoke deep-seated feelings of fear, helplessness, and a profound sense of existential dread, which may have a lasting impact on one's mental health, stated the psychologist. It is crucial that we prioritize the psychological well-being of those who have faced such unsettling phenomena. As the demand for these unusual delicacies continues to soar, fishermen like Mr. Grubb himself find themselves navigating a delicate balance between the potentially traumatizing mysteries of the deep and the commercial opportunities arising from the unexpected market fervor. With much expectation into the unknown waters, they brave the unknown perils of this eldritch realm, their livelihoods intertwined with the enigmatic creatures that now hold both terror and tantalizing promise. This has been news to me, and I'm deep sea god Ahel Cthulhu. Heed the warning, humankind. Stop eating my children, or you will bear witness to the horrors your time is finite. Jessica Rowe.
Wow.
Bravo, Jessica Rowe.
Amazing.
Well done.
Very
good.
gosh.
What does eldritch mean?
I don't know.
That's a good question, actually. I feel like I know what that means in context, but I wouldn't know how to describe it.
It's like Lovecraftian.
Lovecraftian, relating
like,
to Cthulhu
otherworldly
legend.
gods.
Yeah.
So first time I read it, total confidence, nailed it. Every other time, lost more confidence in the
I know.
word, and was like,
Eldritch,
now I
yeah.
don't know what it is. I don't think I can say this.
It's this year's anthropomorphized.
Anthropomorphized.
I knew you'd have trouble with that word. So I was like, why don't I just put it in heaps?
The game?
Oh, Dredge. Wonderful game, Dredge. Oh,
Dredge.
indie game of the year. Indie game of the year.
Indie game of the
Dredge.
year.
And the
Yeah.
independent game of the year.
Yes. We'll see.
Stephanie,
would you like to
no pressure. We've all nailed it so far.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Got your glasses. You got. Do
Well, no, I'm going to use the...
Trust in yourself.
How'd you feel?
And if you can't see it, that's even funnier, probably.
really clear read, like easy to read.
Yeah, totally.
So easy.
Didn't even need glasses. That's another thing that they should sell with their product. It's so good you won't need glasses. You probably will. But yeah, we were using a green screen, which gave a little bit of the old flecky.
While Steph gets sorted for her pass, I will point out that there is exclamation mark prompter and exclamation mark Elgato. We'll give you the link to the product page. The product is sold out. The prompter is sold out in Australia, but you can sign up to be notified when more come into the country. That's how much demand there is for a device like this.
Well, it's curing people of their glasses, so I'm sure it's doing well.
It'll fix your vision. That's the back pocket guarantee.
Not theirs.
We cannot guarantee that it will fix your vision.
All right.
Yeah, sure. Okay, I'm gonna try and do my best like modern Australian media news reader.
Yep.
Totally.
Impression.
There's that girl on TikTok who does ones as well. That really nasally kind of one. All right.
Okay.
Australia.
Australia.
Ruby, would you like to throw to the newsroom for us?
And we've been having such a great time here, but I think it's about time we throw on over to a special report. Hit it, babes.
What the hell have you launched the news?
TMZ, bitch.
TMZ.
Thank you, Ruby. Good evening. My name is Stephanie Ankersley, and this is news to me.
Oh my God.
A man has been admitted to hospital overnight after consuming a potentially hallucinogenic plant. The man, who has since been discharged, is one of 12 people and animals who have reportedly found themselves experiencing visual, auditory, and physical phenomena after ingestion of the plant. When asked what happened, a local replied, "I was in my little house and it looked just like me, and suddenly a bunch of these colours and loud noises were happening outside, and I stayed inside because I'm just a little guy and I was so scared." This comes after new research report found that exposure to the plant found among population of previously unknown inhabitants had hallucinogenic results, specifically in those not reigning from the area.
There we go.
The research has been undertaken by a group of scientists from Sarasa University, with their report spanning over a 12-month period.
What is this voice?
The group of individuals taking part in the study come from a variety of different backgrounds, ranging from tradespeople to highly intelligent steeds. The study's exposure to previously mentioned plant species, as well as its seed, seems to result in members of the study suffering from the following symptoms: shortness of breath, sweating, dizziness, nausea, and death. In terms of hallucinations, the following were reported: seeing strange shapes and colours, becoming very long, turning into a silhouette,
Very good.
turning into goo, riding a herd of bulls, riding a dragon, fighting a castle, fighting the son of a castle, seeing giant worm-like pipes, also described as pipe-like worms, and various unprovoked musical numbers. These unprovoked musical numbers in particular have stumped scientists, as many creatures singing the tunes have previously had no way to vocalize any sort of calls. The tunes include da do da do da do da do da wop wop wee wop 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 wee wop 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 wee Nina baba booey squee wah wah da da do da da bum.
Upon release of this report, the Ministry of Health has advised that any persons visiting the area should refrain from consuming the pictured plant and its seeds. More reports from the same region have followed, pertaining to multiple native foodstuffs resulting in mutations in non-locals. Those visiting the region who had ingested these native edibles reported almost immediate changes in their physical forms and general abilities. The food and forms, according to the new Donk Herald, are as follows. A large apple that produces a cute form of elephantitis in the consumer, wherein they suddenly and quite literally become an elephant version of themselves, make the following noises.
Go on.
Scooby-Doo!
A fungus, which upon consumption gives the consumer what they describe as mole-like abilities. But as if the mole was a drill and the person was a drill, but also a mole. And another fungus resulting in severe yet controlled bout.
She's got the right.
A severe yet controlled bout of gas and acid reflux where the consumer gains the ability to produce toxic bubbles from their mouths. If smaller creatures come into contact with said bubbles, the report says it may result in their death. Scientists in the region are currently working to determine whether or not these foodstuffs are completely safe for consumption, as it is also being reported that the effects are only temporary. Similarly to the aforementioned hallucinogenic plant, the Ministry of Health has advised that both locals and non-locals should refrain from consuming native edibles until scientists can confirm that there are no harmful side effects. In other news, police are on the hunt for a turtle who is a suspect in an ongoing arrest. The turtle is approximately 30 to 90 years old, has flaming red hair, a shell covered in spikes, and is wearing black leather cuffs. The suspect was last seen coming into contact with the same very hallucinogenic plant, with witnesses believing that new floating structures may have some sort of connection to the suspect. One witness has stated, "Are you people blind? Take one look at that castle, it's him! He is the castle!" before fainting. The suspect is considered to be highly dangerous, with police advising that public do not interact with him if spotted. Instead, to call emergency services immediately. And finally, in some good news, world government has announced that brunette women are now officially allowed to take part in the same activities as their blonde counterparts, thanks to community action. The announcement also mentions that this momentous occasion has resulted in the Princess of Sarisland being the very first brunette woman to go on an adventure in the history of the world. Thank you. I've forgotten. But I'll see you back on the couch right now. Oh, man.
Well done.
I started strong and then I think I teleported into another realm halfway through and lost my way.
It's good. The funny thing about doing a newsreader voice is that you end up putting so much focus into it that suddenly you're like, oh wait, I need to get the words out.
Oh my gosh. I was like,
so good.
Who am I? Where am I?
I think yours was the longest by like 10-15%.
Holy shit.
So you had a lot of words to say.
Yeah.
You recognize the game you were talking about?
Yes, Mario Wonder Elephant Man.
And now
It's funny because it's like it's obvious to the people listening, but I felt like they were obvious when I read them earlier, and then I was like, except for my own one. When I was reading mine, I was like, I got to try and focus in on what the words I'm saying.
Yeah.
It was Super Ballon Wonderland. Well done, Mac and Dag.
It was Super Ballon Wonderland.
Yeah.
That is the prompter. It's it does what it says on the tin, doesn't it? It prompts.
Our performances and the words that were written, very wonderfully written. Some by ChatGPT, some by
Well,
Ruby
I mean,
GPT.
I did have to write 3
essays,
800-word news reports, and so I had a little help creating the skeleton.
Totally.
and then added in my own bits and pieces.
I would say though, funnily enough, we're talking about it in use of the application of the prompter itself. Yeah, I would love to put a call up there. I'd love to put chat up there because I use a TV above my monitor. So when I look at chat and talk to them, I do that, which is very unbecoming. But also, like, I reckon if I was wanting to put out a few YouTube videos or stuff, like, I actually realize someone who's done scripted work, it's actually quite hard to then sit down and read off a screen and not have your eyes constantly go down to the script you've written
It's
on.
why you see so many jump cuts in YouTube videos.
Yeah, seriously. And like this would just be like, great, get it up there. You'd be able to move that little device out.
I wonder if
Totally. And
this heralds the end of the jump cut era.
Oh, please.
I don't think so.
you're
I
right.
think it's ingrained in a certain like
People still need to breathe, and therefore
Generation.
they still need to cut out.
Cut out the rest. That's wasted time in a TikTok.
Sorry.
I will point out though that obviously we have uses for this thing that are broadcast uses.
Yep.
There's going to be streamers have stream uses for it. Miss Silver in the chat was asking about on the software and how it controls from the point of view of someone who does a lot of meetings and could potentially use that in a Zoom call or in a work call where they have an agenda that they need to get through, and rather than looking away and finding notes and getting lost in notes, having those up there. And if Josh, if you wouldn't mind bringing the script, the OBS one back up for us. This whole thing is structured so that you can build into your Stream Deck shortcuts, and there are basically stanzas that you can build into this and then skip between. So it'll bring up the prompts, and you can jump across to your next slide of information, basically. So you can categorize things in a really detailed way and make this work for you in interesting ways.
Have your dot points up there, it would be super
Totally,
helpful.
and go, all right, we're moving on to this dot point of the agenda, so I'll jump across to that on the Stream Deck straight there.
Just do a fake news report for your meeting as well. They'll love that. Do it in the voice that Steph had. Put some music in there. Get a Josh to do some graphics and all that. Start your meeting with a bang, and do it as a news to me news segment, because I want to see that card again.
We should see news to me.
Ready?
Boom. Once again, exclamation mark prompter, and you will see the link to the page in the chat. You can't buy one right now because they are very popular, but you can register and see when they become available in the country again.
Nice.
And thank you so much to Elgato for sponsoring the segment. Great segment. I think we'll bring the segment back.
Well, that's it. We have the prompter.
Yeah, we have the prompter now, and we're going to be getting a lot of use out of it. So.
We were kicking the tires of that segment to be like, all right, this works. This is fun.
I'm excited to write some. I just want to be able to troll
really want to
people
write one
and
too.
get people to say things and stuff.
Well, we did that one as a quick sort of as an experiment. Ruby, thank you for writing all of that. The version should be we all write one for each other.
At
each other.
Totally.
I was under the impression that that's what we were doing initially, so I was like, oh shit, I gotta get stuff together.
Well, I'm going to write you one, Ruby, next time.
Nice.
That is the prompter. That is the segment. We'll be back after this short ad break.
Ooh.
Time for the game plan, and you know we've got some newies for you, but first, I heard you guys like DLC. Fans of The Remnant 2 can look forward to a new story, new dungeons, and a new archetype in the Awakened King DLC. This one's for you, Will! A holiday-themed prequel DLC to Lake drops this week with Season's Greetings. Oh, this one's for you, Gus. Everyone gets DLC. Dredge, the Pale Reach offers a new side story to this fishing adventure that is somehow even more sinister. Yes, fishing adventures can be sinister, don't be fooled by that cozy exterior. It's like Skadi, she may look cute, but she's actually sus AF. Persona 5 Tactica is out this week unless you already played it when it accidentally got released a week early. Somebody's getting fired. Okay, now to the new game, Super Mario RPG. Wahoo! Oh, it's a remake? Okay, well, it'll be new for someone. What happens if you cross chess with an Ultimate Fighter? Checkmate Showdown, that's what. Finally experience a leap of faith for realsies in Assassin's Creed Nexus VR. But only if you have a MetaQuest. Let nothing stand in your way in this Metroidvania Souls-like The Last Faith. What are you playing this week? Tell me or Susgardi will come for you.
Cool, that should be good. All done?
Yeah, great. So we just saved them in a folder marked patrons, and so for that one it would be Mason, not Nathan.
Cool, Nathan.
No, tricky. I can see what happened there. It's Mason, not Nathan.
Cool, so Mason with an N, so Nathan.
I can't help but hear you say Nathan again. It is Mason. Mason is the farmer.
Nathan.
Let's go over this a few times. Okay, quick exercise. I'll say the word, you repeat it back. Mason.
Nathan.
Nope, Mason.
Nathan.
No, I'm thinking Nathan. Mason.
Nathan.
Nathan?
Nathan.
Ugh! Okay, Mason, not Nathan. Mason, not Nathan. Mason.
Nathan.
No, Mason.
Nathan.
Mason, not Nathan. Ready?
Yep.
Go.
Nathan.
Mason.
Nathan.
Mason. Oh, boys.
Nathan.
Ah!
Nathan.
Mason?
Nathan.
No.
Oh. Nathan.
Wait, what?
What?
The thing you said before.
Nathan.
Fucking kill you!
Always remember, it's Nathan, not Mason.
Oh my god!
Hey!
Can I jump into your hole? Don't follow me into the hole. No, it's dead end. Look, I tried to jump in the hole and it didn't go well. Welcome back. We heard from Phoenix93 and Snail XD, as well as saw ads for Mason Not Nathan and the game plan. Thank you so much for that. And are we doing podcasts as well?
Be safe with your holes. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading Snail for their
Be
phrasing
safe with
there.
your holes.
Be safe with your holes, guys. You don't want to do that. Steph, you had some phrasing last night getting into the helicopter. Last night?
I don't remember any of that.
Really? You said you went. She fell out of the helicopter and went. There were too many holes in the helicopter.
Oh, there
She
are
meant door.
too many.
That's
okay,
true.
That's a hole.
There's a
The
massive
thing in the back
there's
of
a
the helicopter,
massive
that's a
hatch
hole.
in the back, and that's where you go in. And then I went all the way to the end, and I probably fell out the other side.
There was an open door, and she went and just fell out.
Well, I mean, like, there are too many holes in
And it's moving
You're right.
around. Come on.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
I agree.
Like, half of it's open.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
Close it up.
Close your holes.
It's a flying contraption. It should be secure.
Exactly. We also take this time to pump the podcast.
Pump it.
Baby.
Oh, yeah.
New episodes every freaking week. Tomorrow we've got an episode coming out with Darcy Smith, who worked on Gubbins, what we were talking about earlier in the episode.
Nice.
It's a very fun chat, very cool chat where he talks about, the game, how it was made, how Hank Green helped out and all that noise.
You did that at South by?
And I did that at South by Southwest Sydney. And speaking of South by Southwest Sydney, I also, for the bonus episode of the podcast, did a little bit of an overview of some of the games that I tried during the South by Southwest Sydney Games Showcase, as well as a few little Vox Pop chats that I had with developers on the show floor. It's actually quite a jam-packed bonus episode, despite it being, bite-sized. So if you want to check that out, you have to become a patron on the gold tier to get it right now, or on the silver tier to get it at the end of the month. So good stuff.
Nice.
Me making
Support the show.
sound stuff.
Support this show.
Get some good stuff for your ear holes.
Get some stuff.
Yeah.
holes, one either side.
Yeah, the
Sure.
podcast.
Of the head?
Get it in ya.
Get it in your
No
Yeah.
holes in that podcast. That shit's airtight.
It is tight as hell, baby.
Nice.
Toy like a toiger, you know?
Who said tight like a tiger?
Austin Powers.
Really?
No, it was.
It was, it's the,
Or is it another-
It's gold member, isn't it?
It's Rob Sitch in the Late Show.
Oh my god.
Being
It is
Imran
too.
Khan,
It
the
is.
cricket player.
So
like a tiger.
niche. Come on.
Wait, but did Goldmember
I'm pretty
do it
sure
too?
Goldmember also said it.
I think he
I'm
did.
toy
Yeah,
like
maybe,
a
maybe,
toiger. But I think he
But
was
you are
making
totally right. Rob
joking
Sitch playing a
about
character
that.
that he cannot
Yeah.
play
You
today.
wouldn't get away with that.
Wild. All right. What are we playing now?
We are going to play a bit of very good gameplay.
Show the arcade.
We can't show this.
Can't get
Hey,
sued for
you
this.
can't do that.
It's a freely available
That's
font.
not allowed.
It's a freely available font. Anyone can use it.
I
And they
don't
can
know
make and they can
about
write any
that.
words with it.
Yeah.
Who's gonna sue us?
Who's gonna sue? Who's gonna believe you?
Who's gonna believe you?
So very good gameplay this time around is sponsored by Middle C and Dump Days.
And Dump Days?
Yeah.
What's going on? Two sponsors, one segment.
Two
Explain yourself,
sponsors,
Ruby.
one segment because we got sponsored by Elgato.
No, I know. You don't have to explain
Well,
that. I
explain.
was
That was sufficiently explained.
Wait, was
Yeah.
it a rhetorical question?
Kind of, yeah.
Well, you can't ask me those things. I will answer. I don't know the difference.
Should he have not done that?
What?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe I shouldn't have. Any more questions for me?
Are you good to keep going?
Yeah, I am.
don't
good.
answer that. Just go.
Should I keep going?
That wasn't rhetorical, yes.
I don't know what it means at this point. I'm too afraid to ask.
So, with every segment sponsored by Dump Days or Middle C, well, should we start with the Dump Days comic?
Up to you.
Let's start with Dump Days
Start with
comic.
the
Start
comic.
with the Dump Days comic.
I'd love to see a comic. It feels
love to
like
see a comic.
I was reading a lot, and now I'd like to see you guys read a comic.
It's also at the right point of the show. It's at the point of the newspaper that you get to, like the last
yeah.
third, where
I'm
you're
ready.
like, time for some funnies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peanuts.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, we all need to do the lean.
I'll do the yellow stuff, but someone who's going to play Wombat.
Sure.
All right.
Gus is going to play Wombat. I'll read the yellow narration. You've met Crash Bandicoot and Knuckles the Echidna. Now meet the latest spinning marsupial hero, Combat Wombat.
Spinning time. Ah, strength my back. And
Guts.
and guts. Why do video games always expect marsupials to spin?
Nice.
Marsupial's in that font from this distance. Bit of a tricky one. I like him.
I
would
like
prefer
him
to-
too.
Who's
I think he
who's
would
the wombat?
roll.
Who's the wombat in the really paper bark?
Yeah.
That one
Yeah.
doesn't spin. that
That
one
doesn't
plods as a wombat
But there's
should.
also that Australian game coming out where you're a warrior.
Yeah.
Oh
what's it
yes,
called?
I played that at PAX.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
So
I've
yeah,
forgotten
Dump
what it's
Day's well
called.
ahead of the curve there.
If anybody in the chat
Chat will
knows,
remember.
but it's an
Apologies.
Australian-made game where you play a wombat who fights, and it's cool
Yeah.
as hell.
I have some Bernstein Bears syndrome where I think there's also the dingo. There's also that dingo that goes like, "Watch out, mate," and throws a boomerang. It's actually The Simpsons ripping Crash Bandicoot where Lisa plays the one with the dingo,
Right.
and I'm like, "Oh wait, that's not a
Yeah.
real mascot." So there we go. But thank you, Dump Days, for your wonderful artwork as usual.
And
Yeah,
then
always
as
good.
well, we've got Middle C, and with every Middle C, Hollow Hero.
Hollow Hero.
That's
Yes.
it.
Yeah,
Hollow
cool.
Hero.
Rex Dynamo. That was the other
Rex
one.
Dynamo. But with every Middle C sponsored segment, I was about to say I sing you a song in
Go
the
for
key
it.
of C.
Please.
Not doing that
Aw.
because
Would
it
love
would
that.
give it away immediately.
Really?
Give it
And
away, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I
Damn
don't, give it away, give it away. No, I think
Okay.
you'll get this one really quick, which is why I'm gonna.
What I'd like to
go
do is I'd like to hug and kiss you.
I'm gonna go right in the middle of it, hoping that you won't be able to get it immediately.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Love the kind you clean up with a mop and bucket.
Bloodhound Gang. Do it like animals? Animals? But
Nah.
the
You-
peanut with a muffin buckle.
The
You
name
and
of
me,
the song.
baby, ain't nothing but
The
mammals.
name of the song is not in the the
Yeah.
song.
Oh, it's one of those ones that's it's not
Getting
called.
horny now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sweat, baby, sweat.
Baby sex is a Texas
Can you do the kind of stuff that only
It's
Christmas
just in
sings
there.
about?
It's just
Put
in
your
there.
hands down my pants,
And
and
I'll
I'll make you feel nuts.
Oh my God.
Cisco, yes, I'm deeper, and you're getting 2 hands up your pad and not the 2 hands.
It's called Bad Touch, is it? Bad Touch?
Bad touch.
Thank you, chat.
The bad
Thank you,
touch.
chat. We wouldn't have gotten Bad Touch. I don't remember the
It's
name
in
of
C
it.
been a
minor.
while.
Get out of town.
It's in C minor.
That song and
It's in CD's nuts. It doesn't need to be in major. It's still C.
Yeah, it's still C.
It's still C.
Did they have any hits other than that and the roof?
Oh yes, they had lots.
Is the roof?
Sorry.
Lots?
Yes.
The roof.
They had Fox.
The roof. The roof is on fire.
Oh, yeah.
We don't
They
need
also
no
had
water, let the
Foxtrot
mother-
uniform Charlie Kilo.
Foxtrot uniform.
And then they also had the Ballad of Chasey Lane. And they also had, there was one which was my favorite that I'm trying to remember.
They were kind of like flash in the pans numerous times. Like I wouldn't say they were hits. They were like
the Beatles, you know?
They were, okay.
They were definitely
Let's not go down-
a gimmick band.
Ruby,
that's
focus
for
up.
sure.
No, they rocked. They
No,
were so
it's fine.
cool.
They were
Oh, there was
okay.
also Baby, and it was in the club, and he was singing in the bathroom. Oh, great track! I loved the Bloodhound
Sounds
Gang. I was a big
wonderful.
fan.
Singing in the club.
What was the lead singer's name? Like Jimmy something. Anyway, I'm gonna get
Jimmy
distracted.
Brings.
Jimmy Pop.
Jimmy
Love
Brings.
him.
He's got a new job.
So that was Middle C.
Thank you, Middle
so
C.
much for sponsoring.
That was Middle C.
Thank you. We're sorry, Middle C. And we're sorry probably for butchering your character voices, Dump Days, but we thank you guys for being patrons.
I can't believe those lyrics were stored in my brain somewhere.
know.
Wow.
I think everybody has that song just stored in their brain. Yeah.
Space Jam thing.
play some video
I think we
games?
should play a video game.
Let's do it.
A little video game called KarmaZoo.
Everyone grab your wireless controller.
KarmaZoo.
Yeah, we upgraded here.
All right.
No more cables.
This is a high-tech
crazy.
studio.
Are we all connected still?
Yeah, no. One's been... Yeah, no, we're all there.
Ruby, wiggly
I'm playing
thumbs
I'm
stick.
pretty sure. Yeah.
I'm going to be that kind of green.
Ruby, what's the game? What are we playing?
So KarmaZoo is a joyful, altruistic, cooperative platformer where you pretty
Got
much
it.
everybody has to help each other.
Aww.
Except for there are a few different modes.
This is going to be a you need a key
It's
to
like
open the door
competitive cooperative,
situation.
right? Like, okay,
Yeah.
Don't touch
looking
the
glide.
don't touch the green.
No, but you can touch the green.
But you can X to
you
glide.
die, but
Oh, I'm already dead?
but you contribute to making the platforming easier because like I've just died there, so I've left a platform over
But
the
are you being
toxic goo.
penalized anyway?
You, I think you lose a little bit of time, but not so much. It is like part of the design of the game is.
I'm nailing this and coming dead last. What's that about?
Well,
Am
you're
I a
clearly not
ghost?
nailing it, are you? Because I just
Second?
won. Second?
Am I
Why
dead?
can't I? Oh, I didn't think I could
Oh,
jump.
you might be fully dead, Steph.
I think I died immediately because I didn't go fast enough.
Yeah.
I think you
Can
fall
I-
too far
So
behind
in the
me.
regular mode, every character has
I was like,
like
this is easy.
in the regular mode, every character has a different ability which they can use.
Oh, I just saw Steph at the bottom.
Oh, you cute little owl.
Sad little owl. Yeah, this is Tower Mode, which is a secondary kind of game to the main campaign, I believe.
Nano
Is that
Jeans,
right?
it's KarmaZoo.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, Karma.
This is quite literally just the party mode where we play little blobs and do little obstacle courses and little versus modes. And we saw that and thought, that looks perfect, not only because it's a party mode to play with 4 people on a couch, but also it's like the right amount of detail to look at a screen far enough away that I'm like, I can see this.
So we just did Descend. Should we do Rush?
Do you want to do Rush?
Wait, so-
Let's.
Or do we pick it by all going to it?
Yeah.
No,
do we
you
open this
pick
thing?
it by putting the totems on it to vote.
See.
Oh, you pick up a totem from the ground. Okay.
So normally
And
you
then
would
drag
just
it.
like vote for what one you want to do.
You know what? No.
But I assume that
Let's all try and stay the same color. So I'm going green.
I'm going
I'm
red.
going pink, baby.
Okay, and
Steph, can we take away
Am I
totems?
am I
Yeah.
doing?
Oh my god, that's
you
so
can steal each
annoying.
other's
Yeah.
totems.
Oh god, welcome to the game is this. All right,
Steph, you're purple?
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
and I'm red.
Okay.
Are we carrying points over? Could we put multiple totems down?
Be the first across the
line.
finish line. All right, rush. We're just rushing.
Freaking got it. Any other?
Rushing. Oh, we're little
We're
dinosaurs.
raptors.
Yeah.
Clever girl. Safety helmet required.
Why is green so far at the top?
Oh,
I've got no
double
light.
jump.
Oh, you got a double jump.
This music is.
Oh, this is.
Why do I
cute.
want height?
As
Oh, that'd be why. Oh no.
So we just
my God,
blocked-
what
we
did I just do?
We just blocked the spikes up there, Steph. Oh,
I'm learning from all your mistakes, and I'm reaping all the benefits.
you're karmaing from You're karmaing from all of our zoo.
Oh gosh. No!
Look at me go! Look at me now, Mum! No!
I'm dead.
No! Oh, I got sent off screen.
Is it triple jump?
I died. I got sent so far.
Steph, are you purple?
Yeah.
Where am I going? Oh, that's down
Down.
here. It's down
Down.
here.
Oh.
Nice work.
Oh, okay,
All right,
cool.
you ran out of lives.
You just jump it. No, so we didn't run out of lives. I think what happens is you get sent back to the last like safe place you were, and if you get
Steph, get on the floor.
and if it's off screen, then you lose. You need to stay on
If you
the
go
one
off screen, you lose. But if you die, it just creates a platform. And sometimes sometimes dying can actually like help you out. 'cause
Second
it,
rush.
like,
Totally.
Rush again.
Can sometimes.
Oh, we're rushing a different direction.
We're rushing raptors.
Oh no, that
they're in the outro bit.
confuses me more.
Is it still triple jump?
Reflex-based games
One,
are
two.
not my thing.
I think it's
One,
only every
two.
level. You can wall jump though.
Yeah, you can wall jump multiple times.
I'm big fan of this music.
No, come on.
You'll be alive. Oh no, you're dead.
Oh god! Oh god!
Uh-oh.
Oh beans! Oh beans! Oh beans!
Oh no!
Okay, it's not all the
Oh,
way back
no.
to the start.
Oh yuck! Oh! Why would you put me all the way back there?
Run, Raptor!
Oh my god! It literally just like.
Stuff up, Gus! Damn it, I stuffed
Yes!
Oh, nice one.
I'm being psyched out by the purple that's beating me, but it's
Yeah, that's my ghost. Yeah, so I died immediately in the first round.
Tonight.
And so
Hey,
I thought the game was just like floating around, and I was like, this is easy, you guys.
Yeah.
I'm winning.
I
No,
get it.
you died,
So, like,
and that is your spirit.
Nice.
Relegated to
I
the
like
floor.
the floor, okay? I feel like it's like good to be able
It's
to.
safe down there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you
safe
can't fall
and
down.
you can't fall down, and
You can't get any lower than the floor.
fell
sometimes
down.
that's just a place where you feel most comfortable.
Be the first cross finish line.
Hold X to make your surroundings sticky.
Okay, so we're goo this time.
That's what I do all the
No,
time.
no. You're
What are we?
What are we?
Team
versus.
your little hedgehogs.
Steph, you and me. I'm up top.
And you and me, Petey.
What are we doing?
Just going left. We're hedgehogs, and we hold
Steph,
X.
go right.
So when you get to the wall,
Steph, you gotta go right.
shut up. Pete. Hold X. Oh wait.
What's happening?
Oh, we gotta let.
There you go. Go.
Thank
go.
you.
Go.
Wait. No, stop it.
How are we doing
Go.
that? Okay.
But we're on teams, right?
Oh, yeah. No. We're
But
all
it's
teams together.
KarmaZoo. It's KarmaZoo.
How do we go? Are we going faster or no?
Okay, Ruby, can you make it sticky up there?
Yeah.
Quickly!
I'm trying.
You gotta hold X.
Oh,
Jump up
no,
there.
we're all gonna
Hold X.
die.
Hold
Maybe
X.
I need to help you.
pressing X.
No, I need to help you.
Hold X.
I'm holding
Hedgehog
X.
die! I made it!
Oh.
Oh
You
my
both-
god, that was so scary. I was
You gotta let
holding
us
X.
through.
There we go.
I'm confused about what's happening.
What happens here? Jump over? That's a wall. Go in. Sticky?
Steph, I think I need to. I'm making the floor sticky. See if you can make the other wall
God.
sticky.
Oh,
Can I
god.
make this
Oh,
Oh
god.
no, you guys make. Oh,
Oh,
you can make
Had
it.
it.
Go,
But
go,
you
go.
gotta make
I'm gonna
make the floor
die
sticky
down
for me.
here.
Steph, go back to the hold X.
I made it.
Hold X there. Oh no!
Wait, how the fuck
I'm
do
dead.
we?
Let us through. Let us through. I have a child.
I don't know. I didn't know.
Quick,
what I was doing.
button to the
Billy,
right.
no!
Button to the right.
To the
Button to the
right.
right. Button to the right. Button to the right. Yeah.
Billy's out!
Oh my god.
We
Oh my god.
are going to die. Wait. Jump.
Steph, you need to go up into that little slot
Ruby, I
up
don't know
there.
what to do.
I can't do anything.
Steph, save yourself. Save yourself. It's all over.
Oh my
save
god.
yourself.
Just go.
She's
Just
not
go.
gonna-
Just
I'm
go.
not gonna be able to do it. I can't get up there. I
we
can't get
press
up there with my
X?
friends. I'm gonna die.
Can we press buttons?
We
Not
can
this
like
ghost.
yell at her.
Hold it. Hold.
You can.
Hold
How?
it.
Oh no.
You got lasered.
You're still in.
Oh,
What?
because you haven't left screen.
There's nothing I can do.
The X thing wasn't
Giving
working
up
for
so
me for some
quickly.
reason.
There's nothing I can do.
Let the lasers take me.
Aw.
You live the
all dead.
longest.
So maybe
Look at
not,
my face.
maybe not on the floor.
Maybe not.
Equal first.
We'll
That's
hold
it,
the
baby.
floor.
That's it. Guess I'll die.
cute, but I'm gonna say I hate that hedgehog.
Yeah,
I don't know what its ability was.
The sticky thing wasn't working for me.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't
okay.
understand it. I don't understand
You
the
couldn't
mechanic.
do it in the
so you
air,
press a
though.
button
I
and then
think it was
it
about-
makes the spiky stuff, grass stuff
And then,
come out.
and then other people can wall jump better. So it was about us on the other side of the wall, like on the bottom half, helping the top as well, which we
Yeah,
weren't. We were working out as we went.
We just all skipped me first out of all those races.
Oh, were you red?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think so.
No,
I thought Pete was red.
Should we try
How about
eat?
we try eat?
Be keen to try eat. There we go.
I'll vote for it.
I'll vote for it. This is cute as. I very much like this.
I've not seen this as like a way of
Voting before?
Yeah,
You
just
know
like
what?
using
Needs another trophy.
a
I
multiplayer
reckon.
interface.
Steph,
Yeah.
We only, it's fine.
Nah.
Needs all the trophies.
Let's go. Oh my god. Let's go. Let's start.
And one vote for Descent.
Let's do it.
Oh, I thought it was Steph.
Let's go.
How annoying.
Nice, we did it.
You voted burn. No. Food's ready. Eat up as much as you can. Put weight on these blocks to bring them down.
This seems like my game. Come
Okay.
on.
Eat.
Yeah.
We're a little anchor.
We're anchors?
Oh.
Oh, well,
TC.
this is my game then.
You were Stephanie Ankersley.
Oh shit.
What happened? Oh,
so
I see.
this is like a Donkey Kong
Is
puzzle.
there? How do we go left and right? No, but how do we get the? Oh how do we get? Oh, hang on. Okay, you can
Oh,
only get it
shit,
to go
okay.
down, right? And then only you can eat the fruit.
Only you can eat the fruit.
No.
I don't understand. How do you do it?
So you can only move the thing by standing on the middle, and then you have to eat the fruit by moving your anchor over to it.
What?
Oh no! I'm screwed. Oh, we got that
I'm
one.
killing this, I think.
Who's fattest? Or not?
So
Pretty
you?
comfy. Yeah, 95.
Good for you, dude.
Well
Good
done.
for you, man. You big old hungry anchor.
Sometimes you gotta eat bananas.
I
Hey,
have
anchors
love.
deserve.
How does
Anchors.
the,
That's their place on the floor.
How does the floor feel? Comfortable? Not so. It's not such a bad place.
I thought
That's
the
such a
place
bad
was
place.
on,
It's fine being down there.
I
It's
thought
fine
the
being
place
down
was
there.
on a boat.
That's my boat. Oh, yeah, I've got the boat this week.
It's usually off the boat.
Yeah. Oh, but sometimes it's on it.
It's
You have to-
mostly. It's
it has to
mostly
be on the boat to get off the
Yeah,
boat.
yeah. When
Oh
you're
wait, I
using
didn't
it,
read the rules.
Versus.
Team versus.
Are we little piggies?
This is a
Honk, honk, honk.
Wait,
I'm a blob. I've always been a blob. I don't know what's happening.
Triple jump. There's triple.
Oh, the amount of totems we put in is the amount of rounds that we get.
Oh, no!
Oh, what have you done?
We're gonna be here all night.
Holy
Tip your
shit,
waiter.
you guys.
Who suggested that?
Oh, your shenanigans will be the death of us all.
That's
God
cute.
damn it.
I'm gonna win.
I think
How
we're
the
on the
hell
same
do you
team.
get
and
up
just-
when you're
You're
down
like,
here?
I'm gonna beat you, teammate.
No post show tonight. We're going along.
Yeah, we're okay.
No, you thought that before I put all those totems out. What
This one's
food?
good. I like this one. This one's
What
probably my
food for
favorite so far.
Piggy?
You don't. It's because you don't
Ooh,
really
that's
die
close.
in it.
Team
so
orange?
That's why I
You
like
mean
it.
Boy catch
close.
was orange for the win. Little boy piggies.
Well, I'm actually on a
Yeah.
diet. So.
Yeah. Floor.
Yeah.
Floor.
So
Floor's
feel
where you
like-
lie
I
when you.
feel like
This is very triggering.
Floor's where you
I'll
go
have
when
you
you've
know
eaten
the
too
pig
much
is
food.
supposed to be on the floor.
When
Pig in
you're
the sky
full.
is a mistake and actually in the front of God.
When you eat too much, that's where you go. The floor. You would lie there.
That's true.
Lie.
Yeah. Or you walk.
Josh,
Or you walk
agree?
it off.
That's
I'm a big
what
fan
Food's ready.
of a brisk walk after a big meal.
Hey,
Oh,
guys.
I'm a little piggy
The food's ready.
again.
Oh,
Who's ready? Let's eat.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
Girl
round
team, girl team.
round 3 of
go, boys.
422.
So don't go in the slime.
Oh no, we need to.
How are you
Hold
gonna
on.
meant to get that? Piggy food. Oh no. It's kind of hard to keep your eyes on your piggy. Wait, are we meant
Oh,
to? Think
we
we
need
meant
to burn
to?
it.
Oh, thank you, Josh. Looks like someone needs to make some platforms.
Looks like Happy learned how to putt.
Oh no, I need. Hang on, I'm gonna die down.
I don't understand how I.
Wait, we need one small. Hang on,
can't I
wait.
get-
No! Where's your piggy platform? Oh, there's a wall jump. Oh, I'm up. I'm up.
Oh, because you have to.
No, I got acided.
No.
This is quite technical, this one. Ah.
Oh, because you have to stick to the sticky
Yeah,
stuff.
we
Oh,
still
okay.
Girls
yeah.
win.
That was all you. That was all
Nailed
you,
it.
baby.
Hey, it was all us.
I thought you guys were on a diet.
Women help women. What?
I thought you guys were on a diet.
Yeah, that was literally
That was all fruit we just
Now
ate.
we're hungry. We're starving.
And fruit is full of fiber.
We're ready to eat.
So
It's full of fiber.
we did a great job.
Food's ready.
Also, I'm bulking so I can get big and beefy.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you going to become a wrestler?
God,
You
I
reckon?
wish. I'd love to. I think I'm a great performer.
I reckon
so,
you'd be a good wrestler, yeah.
Yeah.
Piggy time. Wait, lasers? Oh, you're steering. Pete, you're on the left. You're steering that thing. Ha!
Ah.
So I can't get into
What
the.
color are you? Red?
Oh.
Pink.
Jesus.
Come get it.
Can I? Can I drop down?
Yeah.
Oh, ladders. Okay, yeah, ladders, children. I'll go down over here. I reckon it's gonna be. Oh.
So,
Can you get the ones up high?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Ooh. Good, good. Get one of those. Oh, Izumi. Oh. Go, go, go.
That's a hard one.
That's tricky.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Dang.
I'm not sure how I was trying to help you there.
Yeah, me neither.
Who was driving up the top?
Me.
Yeah, so you had to like guide the lasers around so Ruby could get to food in different
Those
sections.
were lasers?
Yeah. Yeah, they were. It's okay.
I'm so sorry.
Let me hit you with this couple light beam.
It's okay. You know what?
You did real good.
You know what you did?
You did so
You
good.
turned me into a beautiful Christmas ham.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna feed a family.
God.
Yeah.
All right, team again.
I was like, I'm moving this weird little tower around.
What's going on?
I'll go left. You go right.
Okay.
Divide and conquer piggies. You can get it.
Oh, but
wait, there's one
go,
bit-
go on the
Oh,
this go
Oh.
go in, go in, go in, go in,
Piggy
go in.
want.
No.
There we go. Okay, cool.
Piggy's got in.
Okay.
Okay,
Piggy
don't worry.
gotta
We can just focus on these ones
Can I go over here?
inside.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
We're going.
No.
Oh, I'll do buttons.
Strategizing
You'll
is
stay-
key.
you stay
we
bottom.
go on
You
the
stay top
buttons
half.
when there are
Alright.
there's enough in the middle
Oh,
and the
shit.
side. But if there's not that much, then don't worry about it.
That worked out.
Alright,
Okay.
ready?
That worked out.
Did
okay.
all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. You go in to the left. Sorry.
Oh, let me out.
It's all good. It's all good. Into the left. Into the left.
Lucky
Into the
there's
left.
still more in there.
Yeah.
No, I can't get up there.
It's okay. We tried.
Back in.
All right. Into the. Oh.
Oh,
How we doing?
Did we win? Oh no, we didn't.
that was close.
How do you
Very
go
close.
up on the edges bits?
Like wall.
Do you just wall jump?
I think so. Yeah.
I'm not good at wall jumping.
That's
I feel
okay.
like I had it at the start and then I lost it.
How many rounds left?
Too many. I think we call it after the next one.
Yeah, I reckon too.
Food's ready.
It's right
Oh,
here.
to
Sometimes you
charge
can
and
hold
release
X,
to
it's not
propel
hold X.
others in the air.
Yeah, but we're not piggies.
Oh, we're springies.
We're springies.
Yeah, because you're not just animals. You're also like stuff.
Okay.
Like you go to the zoo. There's like
You go
can
to the
get-
zoo, you can
get
see-
yourself a Peter's ice cream.
There are like bins there as well.
How'd you X?
Oh, I got to boop you. Come
Ah,
in.
yeah, boop
Boop
me.
you.
Boop me, baby.
Oh, hold on. Yep.
Boom. Can you get? I can get their food. Yeah, suck it.
Oh, nice.
I can get booped by them. Boop me. You're gonna have to toss me. Hang on.
It's
let me-
got a weird timing to it. Fuck.
Fuck, hold on. There we go.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. I'll get the middle. Boop me.
You'll have to boop me.
You're gonna have to boop me. Ladies. Boop.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Fuck,
Boop.
sorry.
3 seconds.
Oh my god, 97 versus 32.
I boop, then you jump.
I'm
Yeah,
such a
you boop,
content
then I
spring. Look at the faces. Surely that was the final round.
It wasn't. There's like heaps more.
You you put so many totems in that thing.
And
I
each
put
totem
9
was
in there.
potentially 3 games.
Wow.
Nah,
Back to century.
that's it.
Oh,
Oh,
No, I
it's not.
paused. I was like, just kidding. And Rick was like, nope, no pause.
Should we do one totem of the last one that we didn't do?
Yes.
Sure, let's do it.
Let's do one. Oh,
No,
we
it's
went-
It's okay, it's okay.
Everyone just press start. We're wireless, guys. We got this.
What was that
Guys,
sound?
What was that?
Oh.
It was the voice of the game.
All right, everyone
Oh.
press start and go. No, who went return to sanctuary?
Not me.
She pressed pretty quick.
It was so obvious. You hit A, didn't you?
Okay, but when there is a...
Okay, no, no, no.
I hit X.
when
Ruby?
there-
But it
What-
was
what
a
did I
mistake.
do?
Press
Ruby,
start.
you're up.
Why is everyone mad at me?
No, we're
No
not.
one's mad at you.
go
You're
for
up.
Wait, Ruby's
I'm
already
already on there.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Stephanie.
Press start.
Start.
Now A. Peter. Everyone grab a totem. What are we doing? Burn.
Burns the.
Well, now
I don't think
there's no
I don't think it correlates. I really don't. It's just a voting system.
No, it's
Because so you can have up to 8 players in this mode.
Oh shit! Yeah, right.
Which means that there's 10 totems there. So like all 8 people could vote differently.
Does
but
the
then
game
there's
have-
2 extra, so then there's always more on one.
Time to set the
literally
world on
says the
fire.
screen, Ruby.
Burn it all. Push X
What?
to ignite.
It literally said on the screen that totems are rounds.
Are they?
Oh.
Guess
Guys,
I'm
got
wrong.
little chilies.
I remember being
But it
explained
is a vote
differently.
as well, because if you put 2 and 2, it'd have to pick.
What do we have to do? Light candles?
No, I can't see
There's a
shit,
key up
man.
there.
Oh!
I
What
got
am
a
I looking
key.
at?
What do I do with the key?
Unlock a
It's right here.
door and light those.
Nice.
Oh,
Can I light other people's candles?
What am I doing
good.
with
Hold
this?
X, hold X.
Could I light it?
Oh, yeah. You're purple.
And we're getting collaborative points for.
There's no collaboration in this.
Sorry.
This is no friends match.
I'm a hot little chili.
Damn it.
Oh! Bramigos. Bramigos the chili.
The Bramigos aren't here. The Bramigos can't hurt you.
Oh, there's a tie.
Nice, good.
I'm such a
Whoa.
Tie. There's a pink and red tie.
Look how cute I am.
Wait, hold on.
Oh.
I got 10 as well.
Yeah. Oh,
Nice
that's rude. Why did red
one.
chili win?
Because red chili is spicy.
Rigged. Oh,
I
you got the
think
same
so.
amount of points. You got the
Same
same
amount
amount
of
of
points. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like
Side
Splatoon
eye.
on fire. Oh, okay. I guess.
That thing was adorable. That is a fun
KarmaZoo.
game. That is KarmaZoo.
There is a campaign, right?
there's
And so you
unique
play through.
mechanics.
Yes,
in that
there
that
is
I've
a
not
campaign.
encountered before.
It's a co-op campaign.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
right.
it's random co-op, I'm pretty sure. So you get teamed up with 10 different random players
I like
in the
that.
game, and you all work together. It's kind of like the ghost mode of Super Mario Bros. Wonder,
Yeah, cool.
except a lot more involved. And every person in the game has a different ability.
Yep.
So we saw that the chili can make
Into
stuff
the
go on
fires.
fire.
Yeah,
The hedgehog can make stuff sticky.
Yeah.
Different people in a level will be different things like that, and
Yeah.
therefore their abilities will be used in the game to help everyone progress through.
Very cool.
It's and you get points to get new abilities by getting karma from other people in the games. Like you can give people a heart when they've done a really good job. But
Yeah.
the more good stuff you do, the more karma you get, and therefore the more abilities that you can unlock.
Yeah,
I
nice.
really like that the platformer encourages you to
Help.
try and fail.
Yeah.
And that helps the team anyway. Like
Yeah.
you build a platform over the toxic
Yeah. It's
goo
like,
stuff. So it's like, okay.
There's this game on Itch.io that I've played a bunch. I really love. It's called Over My Dead Body. Play it. Look up Over My Dead Body on Itch.io and play it. It's so much
With
fun.
the context from that, I know what it is already.
Yeah,
I feel like that game is adorable. I think I've walked past it at 3 different game cons and PAXs and stuff. Like,
Yeah,
I've
it was at
seen
PAX
that
this
game,
year.
and yeah, very cute.
And it's a whole heap of fun. But
Yeah,
yeah,
nice.
like you die and create a platform, and that in turn helps other people.
Yeah,
There were
Yeah.
just like there were systems and kind of like ideas in there that I feel like I have not seen before, or at least not seen often. So that was cool. It
very
was awesome.
cute.
Yeah.
Nice.
This was cute.
That's our show. Thanks so much, everyone. How exciting. Coming up next, we have the post show. Post show sponsored by Osnaminator. Oh my goodness. Osnaminator, thank you so much for sponsoring Back Pocket. Thank you so much for supporting us on Patreon.
No wheel noise?
Didn't go, did it? Hang on.
Did it go for chat and just not ask us to speak?
No.
Is it?
It speaks up, actually. It would be even louder than it normally
Even
would.
normal.
Too
Can you
loud.
just do an impression?
That's a good impression.
I like that
was
version.
spot on.
That's
That's
good.
good.
That's
was
good.
so
That's
on.
good. For Osnaminator, we like to do some Aussie rhyming slang to celebrate Osnaminator. Aussie rhyming slang is an example would be hit the frog and toad to hit
You
the
almost
road.
did it. Aussie
Yeah,
liming
Aussie
lang.
rhyming dang.
Aussie damning lang.
Yeah.
I'm going to use this weekend, whatever it is.
While you're fishing, yeah.
My brain is broken. It shattered halfway through that news reading session. Oh, so many words. So the one that I've chosen for this week is polywaffle. What is it?
To like yabber on. Isn't that what it means?
Waffling.
Yeah, but what's the
what's a
rhyming?
polywaffle?
What does
Because
it mean?
it's got a rhyme.
Aussie rhyming slang is like it's got a rhyming
Shopping trolley.
mean.
Polywaffle will be something like
Polywaffle.
I don't know.
Can you use it in any context?
This Saturday night, me and the boys might head down to the Polywaffle and have a great time.
Polywaffle.
Sounds like an awesome gay nightclub.
I have a guess, but I'll wait.
Please have a guess.
Go for it.
It sounds like brothel.
Sure is.
Oh no! I will not be using that this weekend.
The man from Queensland knew it.
Okay.
Ow!
Also, like, was that used as code around the missus or something? It's like just out. Why would you even say it? Just say I'm going to the pub.
Yeah.
Not, she'll never work this one out.
Also, like,
run off to the polywaffle.
Polywaffle sounds like the least horny word.
It's so true.
It's like, I work at a polywaffle.
Do you want to
like,
go to
what
the
are you saying
polywaffle?
to me?
Not
Right?
anymore.
Yeah.
You've said it
I
like
guess
that.
not.
Sorry, I was nominated, but thank you.
And you're welcome. Thank you so much to everyone for tuning into the show, and especially those of you who support us on Patreon. We really appreciate it. This show can't exist without your Patreon support. It's what makes the show function and keeps us being able to create new stuff each week. Thank you so much for everyone who watches, and also if you can't support the show on Patreon, if you could just share the show to your friends, share our content, our social media content online, that really helps us a lot.
Massively, yeah.
We really, really appreciate it when you engage with our stuff and comment and like and all that kind of stuff. It helps us other people discover Back Pocket as well.
We've skipped a little bit. We'll get to it, but you did such an amazing job tonight doing two voices. You were not only Calamity Jane-esque, but the newsreader is a voice I've never heard you do before.
I've never done it before.
Could you potentially... Great. Well, okay, whatever you guys do at home, I don't want to know about this. Just... Would you do the honors of reading the credits in said newsreader voice?
I can. Yes. Don't the credits happen?
Nah.
Every time.
I know.
Every time.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And you know what I was like? Don't
shit, you're
forget.
up.
Okay, it's happening. Special thanks to all of our patrons. The Mods, Gat, Syntax Error, Lizdalia, Sithcat, Phoenix O'Lion, Disturbed 778, Jex, Caboose, What the Shark, Snail XD, Lord Shadamar,
Say death.
Gus Beard Wrangler Dump Days, Death, Apurist Baker, Honey Bun Bun, Bot Lubricator, Technologic, Foot Severa, Moth Captain, Wardrobe Department Oranishi, Remover of Foot from Gus's Mouth, Babbling Boffin, Milliner for Williner, Mac and Dagda, Gaming Chair Supplier Burry Burry, Head Technician Kane Lavos,
Calming.
Scardy Groomer, Glowing Might, Best Boy It's Jep, Barbecue Boy, Ninja Pyru, Box Boy Boxy, Weird Little Guy, MPod 18, Scardy Breeder, Bifrost.
Can I try my BBC one quickly?
Sure.
Scardy Feeder Super Studios coming up next on BBC One. We're looking at the funny team at Mitchell and Webb. Jazz Hands coordinator, Jazzles, designer of Worlds, A. Timothy. Right after that, it'll be designing more homes at Dream Designer thing. BBC Voice running out of Baghdad. His Hot Boy, the Coastal City Remover of Sassless. House band music for hire. What?
You
Death.
missed Nitrogen.
You missed Middle
I
C.
saw you said
Nitrox. Steph, pick it up.
House band music for hire, Dinosaur Supervisor Phil Tippett, Credit Supervisor Oz Naminator.
Very good.
This is Back Pocket News. Good night.
Oh, spot on.
It's a hard out too with the good night.
on.
I feel like it's a very tense way to hold your face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To be that like It's almost like, British people speak through their teeth.
Well,
Like
that's, I was
Keira
gonna say, a lot of
Knightley.
jaw clenching in that.
Yeah.
It's very, you are the weakest link.
Yes.
You are the weakest link.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Sorry, middle C.
For me, it was always Brian Henderson.
Yep.
I'm
Brian Henderson. Good night.
He would let the tea ride.
But it was like he just like he put you to sleep with a good night. It was like when everyone is done.
Yeah.
When
it
I'm
was like
done,
a Pavlovian response.
everyone is done.
Yeah, for sure.
This is Brian Henderson.
For sure.
Good night.
I really wish they'd end the news instead of, saying good night. I wish they'd just go, the end.
The end. No more news tomorrow. Good night.
This has been news to me. The end.
The end.
Head to backpocket.gg for links to everything. We have a Discord that is amazing and full of lovely people. There's always different games, groups and clans and stuff happening, and people looking to pick up games and play games with other people. All kinds of fun stuff happening. Fortnite Fridays and stuff. So definitely jump in.
Friday? It's all about Halo Wednesday.
I believe it's COD Wednesdays now.
Oh,
I don't know. Are we doing Fortnite
There's no
Friday?
day of the
I
week
love Fortnite.
Good, jump in on Fortnite. Yeah, Liz Zalia and
COD
Syntax
Tuesdays.
and
Modern
a bunch of
Warfare
people played.
Mondays.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in.
That'll work.
It's my one free night. Now we'll do it.
Free to shoot zombies.
Free to shoot zombies, all right. Modern Warfare Mondays, Hump Day Wednesdays.
Halo Hump Day.
Halo Hump Days, sorry.
That's Hump Day. Wednesday's Hump Day. Wednesday's Hump Day.
For Scotty, it is.
Every day is Hump Day.
We have our socials, obviously. We're Backpocket Vids on everything. We'll be back next week. For those of you at the Backpocket tier, we'll see you in the post show.
I
Love
would
to see you in the
say
post-show.
next week's guest, and I'm allowed to say this, sexiest guest of the year.
But I'm here every week.